Yo! Yo, hello, welcome to the Esoteric Ebb. Let's start because I really want to end this today. It's not like this, like getting, well, how to say it, frustrated with the length of the game. No, this is a good content. But the thing is, there's a lot of reading and I'm just kinda, I'm missing some action actually. Check this, this location, then go to sleep. Okay. But yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. I'm just like, I just want some action. The action wasn't there for long. This game is all like about the descriptions, which is cool. It allows you to enter. No, we're gonna not enter yet. Oh, what's that there? Can we get there somehow? Yeah, we can. Okay, what about this? At the foot of the snail ruins, you watch a mass of writhing roots moving about ever so slowly around a series of corpus skeletons, to be precise. Look at the skeleton in the center with that. That is a lovely helmet. It is. It's like like the Greek warriors, not Spartans. I have no. It's like from age. It started from age. Hey, you see it, it's traveled upon the brow of a skeletal face. It is ancient, must be thousands of years old. I hope you're not thinking of what I think you're thinking. It looks like the type of helm that would bring great mindfulness, as well as the wisdom of previous era. Oh, I'm thinking. The roots wriggle and writhe a bit more. I really want a helmet. Then you better take it. Quick and easy. Just don't get caught. That'd be bad. I'll do it. Try to trifle. 16. It's not bad. A lot of wisdom. No, there's nothing else to do here. Okay. Oh, can you grab the helmet for me, Snell? Good. Sure. Should. Probably. Well, absolutely not. Hey, Edgar, can you burn this bush down or something, with your Randian fire? Hurting nature is a fool's choice. More than usual. Within these green paths, I would advise you to leave it alone. So you can't burn it down? Cleric. I do not wish to do it. Now cease. The goblin nudges you. What? I agree with her. Stop. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna take it then. Do we have like a high def? Easy. Made it. It's not so good. I mean, how the hell it has 3? It was doubling or giving +1 to all? Maybe +1. Okay. This way. This way. Yeah, let's climb. Thick rubbery vines drape over the ancient spiraling concrete. It is a vertical ascent of roughly 20 feet, so now you climb. The vines are slick with fungal humidity. It's going to be slippery, it's going to be rough. Inspect the structural integrity. You pull on a vine, it holds, but it releases a puff of yellow spores. The air down here is thick, heavy. Because the climb is doable. Cast Druidcraft. You wave the primal strings to bring the vines more closely together. Nice! That should make things simpler. Okay. You grab the vines, testing the way, light as feather. You avoid the slick spots where the ancient resin has pooled, calculating friction coefficients in real time. Your boot finds a knot. Your hand finds a loop. Efficient, clean. You are at the top of the ruin. Let's go! A headless, decaying body. This one belongs to some type of druid, it seems. So that's another thing we could talk to, but we need the spell. Speak with plants? Ooh, what? That's gonna be a good one. Which plants we can speak to? Actually, I want to go to... Yeah. Okay. Let's go to sleep, you know. Engage. And I guess I should go to the top part of the pillar if I want to try to enter. Yes, you should. Travel to Zolstad. There you go. Oh, and the trash bin is again fixed. Why we haven't just jumped out of it, just like from the right side? What the hell? There's always something in that. Okay, let's take Goblin with us. Maybe he'll want to sleep with us. Or maybe not. Probably not. But first time I'm gonna invite him, I guess. Still can't get over it. I mean, an elf in the tea shop is like the start of some dumb riddle. He grants and crushes his chin. I hate riddles. I need sleep. See you tomorrow, cleric. You stand alone in the tower. Time to sleep. Ah, okay. All you need this. This is all you need. Resurgent? We're going to use of spent hit points? What? Anyway, let's go sleep. Yeah. Guess next time we need to... Wait, you close your eyes to begin this desperate plea for sleep. We're gonna need to... go sleep with Ilya. The strings we follow are all tangled around the endless pillar spiked through the heart of the city. Finally, to enter the pillar, you must perform a most challenging esoteric task. Travel to the beyond. There are many esoteric beings on Tolstad, some of whom are already known to you. One of them will surely assist you. Is this your last night on Tolstad? Is this your last night alive? Okay. As the sun rises over your beloved city, you know one thing true. It is time to enter the pillar. We already entered this and we moved up. What do you mean? Like go deeper? Okay. One day remaining. This is it. My last day to finish it. The final day. Everything ends today. Or begins, depending on your perspective. Depending on which part wins the foolish democratic process. Cleric. There's nothing to do. Yeah, we need to actually enter this new... Activate this new item. We need... what we need? I have no bloody idea where Darrow is. Like, we never found him. West, North, Toru house. Where is the freaking house here? Yeah! Where the hell is Darrow? No bloody idea. I'm probably like I'm really blind here because like I've seen we got achievement get to the tower without talking with Darrell, and that wasn't very popular. So many people talked with Darrell. I have no bloody idea where it is. It's just weird. Do we have the double thing here? Advantage. Oh, yeah, cool. Yes, finally. She's not too happy about the current climate. Through Divinitorum and M, not feasible at the moment. Trade, stiff and regulated. Airships, few and far between. This decade has been slow descent into a war of monopolies and corruption, if you ask her. She might end up staying in the city of yours for longer than she ever imagined. Okay, this should be easy. Empty 30. And oh, good. Okay, let's go with those back. Ah, damn it, I should go with this heavy one then. Aye! Impossibly fast. You fly, the word spin. Scream as you soar. Then you hit the ground. Everything hurts, trying to stand. Last warning, warrior, for your own good. You hear the halfling shout. The next time, flu won't hold back. Ouch. That was long fly. Engage then. Oh my god, am I gonna not stand up? Is you? It is. Great. Nothing. I can live without that. Yeah, we've stuck with that, but there's nothing to do. Okay. There's a system. Prepare the spells, exactly. Comprehend, speak with animals, speak with plants. Sorry, interesting. Knock, of course, it's awesome. Detect alignment, maybe. Charm person, maybe. Utilities. Protection, maybe, from etc. And I think I will take a healing then. Yeah. We went there, okay. What spell you want me to do? As many you want, cleric. On with the arcane flame. Like, I don't have any arcane flame. Twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. Burrow deep within the earth. A primal string to show your worth. Hulk at gods. In throwing hers. A man divine. I don't know how this works. Like, arcane divine. Is that arcane primal divine? Is why those words are like big ones? Uppercase. I need enter. Now, that was not the request I expected today. May I ask why? It's got to do with the tea shop. I see. How mysterious. The Sphinx ponders your request while sipping on her wine. This is no small request, cleric. Tell you what, complete the riddle first, the difficult one, and perhaps I will consider it. She smiles. Okay. What is the freaking riddle? Do we have anything like that? Divine. No bloody idea. As many times you found within the arcane flare twin tongues of flame that scourge the air, burrowed deep within the air, a primal string to show your worth, folk and gods in thronging herds. I'm pretty sure it's a freaking spell, but... Anyway, okay, let's call for our help. Where's our gold, by the way? 2-4, okay. Let's ignore it. No, let's call. Yep. That wasn't just too far. What are you enjoying the jukebox? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let's talk with a lich. But I don't want his help. But I want to talk with him. I need the help entering the gate. Oh, that's the only thing we can do. Wait a sec, what's that? Charm person. We can charm him? Intelligence. Let's have it fully done. No. This one. Oh? Okay. Okay, cool. Behold. Come on. Oh, we'll never know. Right, engage. Yeah. Yes. Whatever that does. Resist it! Resist. Leave your hand and open your mouth to speak. As you do that, Cleric, the spell fizzles. Please do not. You're powerless here. This guy genuinely horrifying. Do not anger him. Run. Explain yourself. He lifts his eyebrows and stares at you. I simply mean, please do not cast spells on me, Cleric. No, I mean, why didn't it work? He stops staring at you. I have some basic words, business tricks picked up years ago to deal with certain problematic esoteric patrons. To resist a spell from you with this ease, that is not a simple trick. Glare at him, he sighs. Then, dentistry, my good Cleric. I've pulled teeth from devils, ogres. That's not so bad. Even dwarves. By the gods. You fear this man in a deep and meaningful way. He lowers his head and gets back to work. Refrain from this in future, Cleric. No freaking way. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna charm you. Pretty sure of that. Come on! Dude, he's not even... Okay. This is tactical. Okay, that was tactical retreat, guys. Okay. We need to find this guy that will give us a spell to talk with the dead. Is that you, Snell? Point at the artwork? Ah, he says, not laughing. Funny. I do know the guy who made it calls himself Goblin. He's a bit of what? He's just a bit, but okay. Journal. Questing tree. Okay, so there's like barely I can see difference. I think this is not done. No, this is freaking done. So the white are the done, but the gray ones are not. Come on, guys, you should do this something else, like different. This is bullshit. Like how can I see that? It's very visible, really. One done. This is not done. Elven connection. You found an elven. It's been moved to the Lich Hall for slave kicking. Yeah, but we cannot talk. Gate of Yor. Yeah, we need to follow that guy. I have no bloody idea where this Coin Lord Darrow is. No. Where the okay, let's try to find his mansion. This is bullshit. I have no bloody idea. I think I have a bug. Ooh. What is that? Yeah. Yeah, that's a dexterity. Let's go back dexterity. Can we do this? 25? Nope. I know it's not there. I'm gonna Google that because I have no bloody idea. I know people are finding that person without a freaking problem, but I do have a problem. What the hell? It's gonna be like, oh, how did I not see that? It's gonna be like that, I'm pretty sure. It's not here. It was supposed to be there, but what the hell is that? Where is that? It's broken. The pillar is broken. It's not jumping. I was trying to jump over there, but I could not. So where the hell is that? Is there like no? This is a tower, unless. There's enough. Okay, I'm gonna Google that. This is bullshit. I can't find like Esoteric Ebb. Where is Darren? I know. No, I got this by myself. Darren's missing. Coin Lord. Right, it's a Coin Lord. Nicholas Darrow. Where is this guy? I mean, we have a quest to meet him, I think. Yeah. Coin Lord's meet. Where the hell do we go with that? After me. We were after midnight so many freaking times there. A password to T-shop. Come on. Come on, Darren is only after midnight. Bullshit. What are you still doing here, guys? Begin the process of entering. No. Under coast path, yeah. Unless we want to go. Oh, let's go down. Yeah. We came from the pillar. We did not. Oh, yeah. This is bullshit. Why does this work like this? I don't know. Okay, which plants we can speak with? Maybe those guys. That was like, I don't want to spend more spell slots on you, but thumbs up. That was fun. This guy. What the hell? He was on top. No, he's not. Okay. Is this one bathing? Yeah. He is. Yeah, I cannot speak with any of those unless I cannot see that. It doesn't like no reason to cast the spell. You imbue plants within 30 feet of you with a limited sentience and animation. So yeah, whatever. It doesn't work. What about here? No. Okay, we need to find a guy with the speak to death, to the dead people. Ah, who made this? This looks like my daughter would make it. Do you have any idea? Chamber of the Gas. Shit, it's time. How frustrating you are. We'll have too much dexterity, but okay. The mask is back. Back on, but she is not hiding her voice anymore. Why does this young woman want to kill you so badly? Time to teach her a lesson. One more time, eh? This piece of shit. Don't let him get away this time. Okay, roll initiative. It has to be high, yeah. Okay, we all are before that. Your muscles are tensed already and you're ready to strike. You face the assassin and consider your options. What exactly is your plan here? Killing you, fucker. Well, that's obvious. It's not working out so far, is it? A girl. Okay, we don't want to... We have +2 because we are kicking the girl. A girl? Just try to understand. Yeah, let's... I don't want to go with the ways. I want to be brute here. That's it. Damn it. Yes! We have press 4. Okay. You step forward, getting momentum behind you as the assassin tumbles backwards. You lift your knee as though you're going to aim at the chest, but instead you target the knee. Nice feint. The assassin tries to lean back to dodge the high kick, but that puts extra stress on their legs. When your foot connects, it completely breaks their stance. They recover, but only just. Simply ineffective. Snell spins his sling. The bullet flies dangerously close to the assassin's head, missing only due to constant movements. The masked assassin lunges forward. Die, die, die! The dagger connects, and agonizing feeling shudders through you. As the angel readies her sword, dark energy surrounds her. What? You look around, but seriously, there's no one else here. There is a flash of surprise of the angel, typical impassive face. The malicious energy swirls around her. She fails to swing her sword. This is serious. Some sort of squirming shadow has already started forming around the assassin. What's that? The shadows begin to riff and spit out tentacles. They are placed such that you can't make it to the assassin before you deal with them. Smart. What do you do to deal with them? Where is the tentacle now? We're doing this. Dodge the tentacles. We dodged. You stop thinking and let your body take over. As the tentacles form their full malicious size, you begin dipping and dodging behind each and every strike. They can't touch you. You've got them completely figured out. Things are deteriorating. Look, you can't hold them back. You have to deal with this issue. The golem whips a stone at the assassin and it hits them right in the face. The mask is knocked on the side and his eyes narrows. The mask knocked aside, you once again see the assassin's face. It does belong to a teenage girl. You're a kid! The hells are you doing, kid? Some girl? Kill you? You beat a rival is a teenage girl? Hey, focus up, meathead. She quickly scrambles to put it back on. The assassin twirls the dagger, drops into squat, and shifts. The masked one was there, and now they're here. They teleported directly in front of you. Ow! That's a lot. You're able to shift yourself ever so slightly away from the plunging dagger, but it still sinks deeply into your shoulder. Shit! The angel's hands tighten on the hilt of her sword. The assassin pulls the dagger out as you try to grab them by the arm, twisting away. Hetty grabs the sword and gets ready to swing. Don't say anything. She lunges and swipes at the assassin, sending a gust of searing light into the assassin's torso. Yeah! The assassin's knife glows with the dark energy. Heavy smoke spills from its edge and drifts as though suctioned into the mask. The smoke clears, the mask firmly planted on her face, glowing faintly. Ciel da cur scarpamut. The assassin's eyes turn black as the shadowy tentacles begin to rise once again. There's no other recourse. It's time to finish this. One last chance. You will finish it. DC 1. Easy peasy. Strike through. You stomp through demonic tendrils, charging like an enraged ghoulbear up to the helpless assassin. Ghoulbear, a feathered yet land bone. Monster shit. Is there a freaking thing like a ghoulbear? Native to Ascani, lives upon the coast. It's famous for its many attacks upon travelers of Norwegian roads. Your gauntlet, meeting her face, the assassin wobbles and bends. One final jab, you punch again, and that is that. Her dagger flies across the chamber, and the assassin collapses, unmasked and unconscious. There is a lull as the chaos of the fight abruptly cuts off. She's just a kid, a dangerous child indeed. It's a pity to see someone choose to be dangerous when they're so young. The assassin's eyes, now fully maskless, open. You step forth. Fucking bullshit! Yeah. You're a little shit, you know that? Go fuck yourself. Let's just take her to the dungeon. She is earned it. That will be protocol, however. Then just swoops in, her many eyes peering onto the wannabe assassin. What is it? It appears we will have to rethink this apprehension plan. Why? Eddie pulls back the girl's hood slightly to reveal her face more clearly in the dim light. Who is she? Tss. Lady Freddy's Naro. Lady. Darrow! Coin Lord? Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, what the hell's that? Wait, are you... Take a step back. If you tell my dad about this, I'm going to actually kill you. The girl scolds. That's a daughter? Oh. The magistrate is not going to like this. Ha! This is hilarious. So that's what teenage girls do these days when they want to act out. They sign eldritch contract and stabs clerics. I've seen you in the newspaper. You're kind of famous. I am aware, yes. Now will you let me go? What make you think that is even remotely possible? Because I'm so nice? What the hell? She gives you a sad smile. That's a good acting. You can barely even see through it. She's good. That's scary, by the way. Nah, you don't get to be snarky after what you've done. No? Go shove that stupid slingshot up your ass, goblin. It's not a... He shakes the leather strap. It's sling! It's a weapon, not a damn slingshot. Young lady. She tenses up. I have a duty to your father. You are included in the duty. That you have tricked me into assaulting you like this is highly annoying. Her normally monotone telepathic voice is instead shout out into all your mind like a rumbling volcano. You are going to immediately take... Brady's laugh. What are you gonna do if I don't? Kill me? Your angelic companion lets out a strange wobbling noise. She is furious. Let's put it like this. I'm gonna walk out of here and you're not gonna mention a single word about this to my dad. In return, I will stop trying to kill you, okay? Tell me about the magic you were casting. No? No, let me go. Where did you get all this cool gear? What do you think? I'm not sure, that's why I'm asking. Jesus, what an idiot. Are you talking about me? No, seriously, dungeon crawl? No. Item store? No. A lady in the pond? Of course no. Wait, did your dad buy it all? So I'm not bloody again. Okay, so you've been stalking me all this time, huh? You're not exactly difficult to find. No. What does that possibly mean? You do realize how loud you are when you're stumbling around in those boots. Hey! He can be as loud as he wants, you hear? Sure, I'm wondering on one thing. Why? Why what? Ooh. Contain it or lose it? Why the fuck are you trying to kill me? No, I'm just gonna contain it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna lose it because we are brute. Why the fuck are you trying to kill me? She scoffs. The girl glances at the mask on the ground beside her. Snell kicks it away. No, answer him. Fuck. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. I signed up for this stupid fucking deal, okay? What deal? I needed easy spell slots. He wanted extra pair of eyes. Win-win. But then, he started asking for these night outings and the reconnaissance missions. Then he tells me to push some Dambas cleric into the river. I don't like killing people, but sure, totally worth it. Oh, but then you come back, you asshole, and whatever I do, you just keep fucking... As she speaks, the mask next to Snell begins to go. Get down! Damn it. Knew that would happen. Esoteric bullshit. What the hell was that? You happy now? I just broke my damn contract because of you. That is a blessing, young lady. She lets out a long grunt. I'm a warlock, or was. I had the whole thing worked out with Mr. Toilet Worm. Mr. What now? Whatever, I don't care anymore. This deal was us, and I didn't want to do it anymore anyway. So there, I'm actually perfectly fine with my awesome mask being turned to dust. It's fine, really. She does not sound very fine with it. This isn't even coping. This is just a complete freakout. She gets up and drops her cloak. I'm going to leave now. And that, dear? You don't say a word about this to Dad. Do you believe for a moment I care for any of your puny comments? God's puny comments. Do whatever you want then. Like, I'm actually going now. Should I just stop, let her go? She has lost her patron. This does not mean she loses her powers entirely, even if they were channeled through the mask. But since she clearly has no reason to continue in her misguided attempt at killing you, you might as well let her go. Less trouble that way. There will be peace either way, but he'll be a less peace if you don't make a big scene out of it. She must be apprehended. However, it might be best to let her father do that. You should speak with him later, once you finish your quest. There is darkness in her heart. You do not wish to remain near her for long. Okay, fine, let her go. The bratty teenager starts walking towards the exit. And seriously, do not tell that. The angel's many eyes turn to your father, after following her out of the chamber. This will be handled at a later date, I assure you. The goblin lets out a series of stilled laughs. Fucking hell, teenager and your boss's daughter. That's actually funny, you have to admit. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh well, let's go. Let's go see if Mr. Toilet Worm is hiding in any of those tunnels. I suggest caution, there will surely be more dangerous things in this cursed place. In the ground hall around you, the one so filled with the sound of flashing blades now grows eerily quiet. You see two puffs, each leading darkness. Time to see what's down there. Let's take that. Dexterity +4 against lawful creatures. It's freaking lot of points. Okay, we have two puffs. First, let's heal up a little. What the hell, one? What do you mean by freaking what the? Oh my goodness. What? Bullshit. One? Oh my. What is wrong with the rolls? Come on! Is this so bad? Yeah, let's heal with something else. Okay. It was the Drake King who first brought the beasts of yore. There's something in the water. You approach the edge and terrors arise. Uh-oh, water in the water? Come on, no, I don't want to fight yet. What's that gonna be? Yeah, water in the water, for sure. No, it's like from... I don't know the name, like from the Cthulhu thing. Hello, dragon. Never glad him in the pipes. What the? The maw below. You hear hyperventilation coming out of the goblin. Beasts of the far realm. She looks ready to strike. Can you truly stand against a creature of the void? No chance in any hells. Pray and kneel. Everything is shaking. Don't even think about it. This guy is clearly friendly. Whatever going on in that stomach of yours, it doesn't matter. All you need to do is just speak. Say hello. Yeah, abomination. Just speak hello. Far you have delved, he said. I am happy to greet you. The abbreviation voices reverberates against the cold, wet walls of the sewer chamber. Narusapir. I am enamored, impressed, lucky witness. Shivers. 1,000 eyes, each focused on you. That is something evil. Oh, speak. I have some questions for you. Knowledge is a commodity. Knowledge is my trade. Trade, Ryan. Trade with me. This thing won't kill me? It doesn't look like it. No, not now. But you, what do you suggest? You see her clinging onto her blade. A telepathic message in your mind says, this is beyond our combined strength. I suggest diplomacy. Her voice carries hints of doubt and fear. Are you okay, Snell? He nods without taking his eyes off the horrific aberration. Yeah. Takes a breath after holding it for a while. Don't fuck this up, please. What is this place? Souls led by snails. This was their prison, a complex to throw the unwanted, and we for centuries. And they burned. Millennia passed, dwarves repurposed. Cistern. Each pipe spread to voices, thoughts, talks, and whispers. I love it. A deep growl causes the ground to hear quake. Your guts press against your lower throat. What are you? I am the other, which is beyond. And not the big other that you keep close to your chest. The small other, that is I, what you find yourself longing for in the dark. The fuck is he talking about? Why are we just standing here? Why is this world built to contain things like this? Run, run, run! I can't run, I need to speak. Oh gods, it's some kind of aberration aura, isn't it? This day just keeps getting worse. Do you have a license for that pool? The more widens slightly feel painful long seconds after finish your questions. I never been asked that question. It's important to check with the local government for stuff like this. It lets out a low chuckling roll along with the answer. Yes, right. To answer, I bought a dwell and prospecting license under my legal name in 501 EA. Oh, actually? Yeah. The paperwork is archived if you require it. I can get it prepared within 5 to 7 office days. Yes, I will come back to get it then. Wonderful. What the hell is just going on? Clear your throat and ask the monster. I have to pay to ask questions? Each thought carries cost. I am generous. Cheap thoughts I give freely. Expensive ones will require sacrifice. This guy is clearly aware of how incredibly ominous he's being. He's very much messing with you. Are you the one called Everglad? Move on. Yes. That is the name I adopt. The original title of my claim was considered too difficult when I signed my first warlock servant. We agreed upon a more modern name. Everglad, which is appropriate. It shows my everlasting happiness. The beast's elongated maw appears to widen even further. So your original name was just too incomprehensible for us mortals to use, I presume? No, it was just hard to pronounce. I'm laughing. Make a nervous fake laugh. Good laughter is healthy. Fine for body and mind. Wait, warlocks? Yeah. You had run-ins with my former servant, the girl. You're the one who sent her to kill me? Yeah. A big misunderstanding. Freya did not perform as to her promised level. Went over it many times. It was not a sudden decision, I assure you. I made sure to go through the appropriate steps. I offer training, magical enhancement, hex incantations, and even free knowledge. None of it was enough to get her to the appropriate performance. Thus we had ended up having to cut the patronage short. Very unfortunate. It is not often my works and end their service in anything other than death. He clacks his massive teeth together. I go through one servant at a time, so the position is now open. Interested? Lyric? The goblin looks worried. I would ask for your goblin friend. However, I sense hesitation for outsourcing on his end. You send your warlocks to kill me and then offer me the job as your servant? Well, it is something to be considered. Your performance, after all, is admirable. Can I think about it? Of course, we can discuss it later. I do not wish to push you into anything. I offer nothing but the best of terms as a patron of the dark. Could be cool. By the gods, do not. The maw is beckon. It beckon. I haven't explained why you have tried to kill me. That is correct. Why did you try to kill me? Such knowledge comes at a price. The monster eyes focus on you. There are many things I know. Many things I know you want to know. My trade works as such. You tell me a secret which I do not know. I then grant you access to knowledge beyond yourself. A fair exchange. Free trade. Is there some other way? Some other thing I can trade? Yes. Your soul. His eyes squints. That's a joke. He's messing with you. Funny? Of course it's not. It lets out a trolling roll. I love the reaction. When mortals face the notion of their tangible soul. But no. It was a jest. I have no interest in your spirit. Okay, so it's not. Yeah, so it's true. Tentacles riff around the cistern. It goes like this. You hand me a secret. I value its depth. I grant you knowledge in return. A fair trade is offered, I assure you. How can I trust you deliver? His maw opens slightly. The darkness within steers the bottom of your innards. I have no interest in your demise that much I can set for free. The monster then stares at you, waiting to be fed by a secret from the crevice of your mind. What if I told you a secret about myself? It puffs on a stickler. I once ate an entire bucket of apples to make the other kids think I was cool. That is rare sad. Entire bucket? That would not be healthy, cleric. You're aware. Thanks, Gladiator. Yeah. The monster chooses his many eyes and growls. Yes. That I did not know. Let me share knowledge in your turn. What the hell? You might have heard whispers of another creeping beneath your city. One hoarding knowledge not much unlike myself. A rifle, you might say. That fool refuses to do business, I'm afraid, but one of my favorite secrets is the tale of his past. The Gnostic hiding under Norvik, the last of the Hagging Shacks. The last of who? He lets out another growl. The Hagging Shacks. A house of arcanists, masters of alchemical productions, as well as necromancy. This, if you excuse my tongue, wannabe warlords who were destroyed a long time ago. Unlike certain other houses, they did not survive the fall. Publicly. There is a hanging shack nothing under the city? Hammer. His lair moves along the esoteric shuffles beneath. Having mastered their chaos a long time ago, a truly mad genius. He arrived in the city alongside the first settlers, you see. Hiding among them back then he was a human, set to turn the dueling ruins into his own personal flying fortress. Yet he gained more knowledge than he bargained for in those halls and tunnels. The esoteric madness brought him into the darkness. His petition to Earth was the only showing he did before disappearing permanently from human life. A petition rejected. In his gravity, Philip told her hypnotic plots and plans. What's he plotting? His empire, of course. Not that it will ever come to pass. The lone wizard in a time of ebb doesn't even party make, let alone the kingdom. Yet he stalks the halls, hoarding books, stealing artifacts. The most important secret here is one no one unknown in the city knows. Even those aware of that skull can do nothing below. Nothing. What? He is building something. Naru. Decades of planning. All in secret. What is he building? That I do not know. What an anticlimactic secret. Sir, you are disappointed. But see, is a tip. In the future, okay, I'm gonna stop with this. Because I'm gonna lose my voice. In the future, if you ever learn more about these hacking shags, come back and share with me. You will be rewarded. Think another remnant of the Arcanist hides in these tunnels. You must seek him out once the election is over. Once the election is over? We could learn much from one of the Arcanira. Have you ever seen a paladin down here, some by the name Lord Gorm? Ah, you ask for the paladin of your fated god. You've heard of him. Your Lord Gorm, the missing paladin. You have already found his stash in the city below. That is all you will find upon the material realm. It's pretty ominous. Yes, but I cannot say more. The monster smiles as well, always. Are you illegally influencing the election? No. Okay, what are you voting in the election? Then nothing. Well, I'm voting for... I know what you're voting for, Naru. You do? I'm listening a lot. You keep mentioning the nationalists. At least, if I were to take your spoken word for it, yes, yet it is true. Only, you know what you intend to write down on the paper, so I retract my statement. I have heard what you have said, now what you truly believe. Okay guys, I'm gonna go grab a coffee, be right back. Okay. Okay, we can continue. We can continue. Oh. Are you legally influencing the election? No, not that either. I have played my part. You know Lotia Manhattan. Fate cannot sway. What? You hear the growl coming deeper in this time? Deep from its mind. You humans. The humans. They are played not by me. The toxin of ideology seeps more through their veins. It forms slowly, then quickly. Then it subsumes an invisible force. It's just ideas. That's how sentient beings have always worked. You overestimate the ideas. You think they're bad for us, ideologies? Ideas are infectious. They creep from minds, crafting memes with poisonous power. If I had such control, we would be one. You and I, but all else is beyond even my reach. Perhaps through indulging in your secrets. I too am a puppet of your collective dreams. The idea makes me incendiary, explosive. Is he ranting? Isn't this exactly what you're doing? Controlling people with information? It growls. To some sense, yes. It's all simply my frustration against sentience itself, I suppose. However, simply by being aware of a problem, one can envision and unveil new powers of thought, including the ability to view past. The illusion of choice, not too dissimilar from yours viewing, I imagine. To watch the strings of fate collide and fray across the ears. Yours viewing? Yes, the ability to view like him, beyond the third dimension. You keep on thinking, Naru, as will I. The time of yours will arrive with thunder and grim tiding one day. Once we both understand why and how these thoughts are controlling us. It is the start of the esoteric era. You do not forget, Naru. The gate shall rebuild. Just there. We see once the blood is proven. You see his grin go wider than ever before. Thank you for the knowledge, Ragn. What did you give him? You mostly just listen, but hey. If I sign your contract, what boons can you offer me? Becoming my next warrior is one major boon, of course. Knowledge. What would I have to do for you? Nothing. I should interfere with your life of girls. Sometimes you ask for some minor tasks to be completed. Nothing straight away. What kind of tasks? Eavesdropping in places I do not have access. Delivering messages to important people. Handling artifacts at times. Minor gigs, as they say. Isn't it illegal to serve aberrations? Somewhat. Wait, actually? In Norwegian code, there are some clauses about fiendish cults as well as far realm creatures. So sadly, yes, I am an illegal entity. Even speaking to me without reporting is illegal. Of course, if you were to report my existence, I can guarantee you it would not end well for you. Is that a threat? Not at all. However, I must inform you, there are agents of mine all over your precious city. If you wish to not work with me, I suggest you simply stay quiet and live your life as normal. Nothing bad will happen in that case. You should not let pass with this thing. He's clear about it at least. If only you were stronger. The only choice now is either to bend or to leave. Alright, good to know. Indeed, I hope I explained it well. If you sign my contract, it would be because you wish to serve, not because you wish to be granted boons. What secrets could I possibly give it? Thing that is quite a question. This is a difficult question to assess. Can't you make something up? How's this guy gonna know the difference? The creature will know. What you want here is just for him to tell you why he was trying to kill you. You're right? That's the main secret, yes. However, do you have what it takes to actually share the part of yourself with this abomination? Oh my god. Okay, I can share something deep in secret, but only if you explain why you tried to kill me. Don't think impossible. Moderate. Okay, make up fake site. Oh, no. What? You got nothing, not even a little lie. You've got those. Tons of them, but nothing good enough to trick the big guy here. So no, try something else. Come up with argument as to why the information about him trying to kill you isn't worth of a secret. Okay, we can try. Made it. This far realm beast might be savage in nature, but his demeanor is at least an attempt at civility. He will listen to a good argument, something that brings you into his favor if he were to offer a bit more. One piece of information for free. Mr. Everglad. I don't mean to speak for you, however. Your offer of potential knowledge would be much more interesting if you were to grant me a solid taste test, isn't that? You make a good point, but more than that, you make it sound as if you are quite happy about the idea of working with me, which I enjoy, so sure, I will grant you a piece for free. Now, you wish to hear. Why you targeted me? He lets out a grumble and squints the many eyes. Let me tell you about the blood tongue prophecy. That sounds ominous. A night dark as ink, some years pass. A young scribe is overcome with maddening visions. On the morrow, the writing is recovered and kept secret by the council. Yet the whispers of the content reach me nonetheless. I will not share its content in full, as that is an all too valuable secret. But I shall share this one passage. Sand of Okul meets flame amiss. Loyal death upon the day of suffrage consumed. Laid at the feet of necrocratic doom. 1,000 clamors for iron's wrath, all wrought in sunder's throe beneath stun. Their time itself as witness standeth mute. First by west, south, east, then north. An esoteric era marked forth. Sounds like a divine era scripture. Ukul lives? That seems like instant rambling. Yes, I did click this by mistake. He opens his mouth and clicks his fangs together. It is, and unlikely as it appears, confirmed to be a truthful prophecy. Not yet come to pass fully, of course, as we are in fact not in esoteric era born true, since the ebb still lingers. So what does it have to do with you trying to kill me? I wish the ebb to end. I saw this in prophecy my part to play. I saw the truth I could create, to bring about this fire to the legislative mass, a plot brought by the Mender's followers, the Elim elves. I choose to support the player in this game of intrigue, the one you seek. This rogue spellcaster you had. You know who I'm after? Of course, I know most things to know. Tell me now. He lets out the growl. You demand with such vigor. That is good. However, there is no secret you could give that could be a valid exchange for me. Do not worry, you will find out in time. To try to kill me to stop me from finding this rogue spellcaster of yours? His tentacle snap around the sister. Freya was to destroy this government cleric sent to investigate. To make sure that prophecy was given to space, it needs to breathe. There was no doubt in mind of this plan of action until you stepped into my chamber here. I see more than truth in you. It is obvious. I backed the wrong guy. Now, I will look upon you instead. Ragn. I still don't get it. That is unfortunate. Bring me my esoteric era, Ragn. I am fully convinced you will. He is not interested in debate here. He's not even interested in your opinion. This guy literally just wants to watch you do whatever it is you're going to do. How ominous. An aberration obsessed with fate. This will surely haunt. I need help entering the pillar. Interesting. That must mean you know where your little hand is going to end. Oh, spoilers. Through the cracks of yours realm. The wording crack of yours does not sound as ominous as he thinks it does. Yes, Mr. Moonwatch told me he saw someone escaping the explosion and heading inside the pillar. The merchant saw the truth. His mouth widens. The shut gate can be passed, yes. That, I'm afraid, I can only assist with if you sign my contract. I do not share knowledge with anyone unaffiliated with the darkness. Of course, I would not suggest signing my contract simply to gain this knowledge. You should only sign if you truly wish to serve. My assistance in this matter would simply be a bonus. He's got away with words. This is all the way you pursue someone when you've got to call all cards. Thank you for the time. You're welcome, Rand. Watch him be sad. You know what? I do want to try to kill it. We're gonna save. We're gonna just do this one time. If we fail, we just attack. You lift your fist and look upon the massive maw of the beast. Eric? Eric. You must do this. It must be destroyed. Punch it. You swing your fist right as it's scaled high. Your glove first bounces off. It lets out a series of charging blows. Interesting. You're not the first even to attempt an assault. However, you're the first to do so with your fist. Get ready to punch again. Yonju has her sword half drawn. The goblin is ready to throw himself back and get into sling position. Naru, if you wish to vanquish me, I suggest regrouping with a bigger party. Do you not believe I would calculate the risk? The Valkyrie will surely be able to deal a few blows. The goblin would strike a few eyes. You would land a few lucky blows with your magic, but what then? You have not seen the esoteric darkness I summon, nor will you. Not on this day. It will consume you all, so I am not asking you to spare me, nor is the array of conditions. It's simply me telling you, Naru, this is not an option for you. Yes, you are not suicidal. Stand down. Just glare at it. It stops shortly. Then let us continue. Okay. Okay, so we cannot. We need bigger party then. Ooh. Is this like a mapping? Tolls Pass. Yeah. Earthport, Iska, Divinity Tower. The fortress was still there 1,000 years ago, eh? Askan. Reeds. Today this is Kur's Island, Ilim. Her homeland. Yours Point. Chamber of the Realms. You step out on the little lines. It's faintly lit. The chamber collapse rubbles through across its core surface. What you see is a slice, 1/8 of a greater hall. It's a map of Ascadi, yes. Damn. However, Isolt, mountains and rivers alone do not align with any modern day interpretation. Despite that, the shape of the coastline and of course that ever-standing fortress of Verjun show it clearly. This is Ascadi during the era of the Sim. You see this? You seeing this shit? You sure am. It's a map, right? You are correct, my goblin friend. He gives you an uncomfortable look. Carefully, don't be so mushy. Must be thousands of years old. Look at the little snail people in it. At yours, many eyes glance over it, lighting in with a slight sacred flame. Purely fade era. So this is the rumble covering Divinitorum. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see their view on my homeland. I believe our domain would be considered approximately 3/4 of the Divinitorum landscape at this point in history. The core did not centralize into the functional state until the Divine Era. There were many centuries of infighting and disorder. You participated in any of that? Yes, Nell. Most of my lifetime has been spent in combat with other Celestials. Huh? Indeed. We're gonna skip that. What is LR? Let's give it to the journal updated. Look at the dot. I'm really not interested in that. I'm just gonna get experience. Feathers. Umbermex, that's a black dragon. I'm done looking at dragons, move on. The mystery. I want to become pirate. Just think about it, okay? The world is your oyster. Okay, leave it. So we done this. Oh, nice. Where are the quest items? Who wanted lingo berries? There was someone. Ah! What the hell? Yo! The ant claws are in your hand. You need to head down to the undercoast path. That is where you will be able to drop me. Okay. We're gonna do the ant quest soon. You approach the round door. Upon the surface, a single piece of paper clings onto the metal. This one, a crude drawing showing 3 creatures, a lion, a goat, and a snake. It'd be nice to have a language that just shows pictures of what you're talking about. I like the goat. Which one do you like? I eat at you, Angel Linsen. I enjoy the lion myself, his prideful creature. You also notice a crack in the door. It's small, found in between several large pieces of shell. You can talk with animals? Look through the crack. You press your helm against the crevice crack, peering through the narrow gap between iron and stone. Darkness, then movement. Eyes. 3 sets of eyes glowing faintly in the black. One pair burns with amber fire, another gleams with an unsettling blankness, the third cold and reptilian, all watching you. Pull back instinctively. There's eyes there. Eyes what? How many? 6, 3 pairs of them. The angel grips tighten on her light. Interesting. Right, that's not creepy at all. You like lions? The catfall of Ascani have always fascinated me. Yeah, I agree. Housewall. How many eyes glare at you? You like goat? Yeah, it's a nice drawing. And I have no personal issues with goats. For you like catfolk. But for great lions, not so much. Then, sound. Low rumbling. Not one voice free. Who speaks beyond? The voice overlaps discordant. Oh, that's not good. I'm the cleric. Who are you? The rose shakes the iron. What are you? Someone speaks, someone hears. We are one. We are many. The lion's voice rises. If there is a voice, then there is an exit. The snake's voice hisses. If the exit exists, then we can escape. The goat's voice barks. If we can escape, then we are no more. Wait, what do you mean? He doesn't answer then. Then instant the voice disappears. A strange light emanates from the seal of the door. Look at it. The paper crumbles into ash. Nothing happens with the door. It remains shut. It appears the creature inside did not survive the breaking of the seal. That was awful. Oops. Did we kill it? A very creepy round snail door. You approach the ominous door. The tunnel lies silent. Only your breath is heard. Placed across the surface, you see pieces of paper covered in ancient writing. Seals. They keep the spirit inside its stable. This is freaking me out. That piece of paper looks very easy to read. There are cells. Cells of the soul. I have heard of this. The angel speaks into your mind. A prison made by Antisipilian folk. Look around the crevice of the door. Underneath, along the sides. You press your hand against the ground, against the walls. You see clearly, this door does not lead anywhere. It is not tightly sealed, nor is it very fastened against the end of the tunnel. It is simply an iron door, set upright against the wall. Oh, that's actually freaky. Feels cursed, a minimum. It is in fact a magical way of capturing creatures. No curse. Sounds cursed to me. That doesn't sound cursed to you? It does not sound cursed to me. Well, it sounds cursed to me. Talking to the door. Hello! Your voice echoes down the tunnel. The angel beside you appears to freeze midair. Her eyes focus on the iron door. Then, after several seconds, you hear... There There is someone here. A light voice dances in the air. It gives you a chill. I am the cleric. Who are you? There is silence for a while longer. Then the voice says, It's been long. I see now. I feel now. Yet you are here. You beyond the door. I have a favor to ask. Depends on what is it. The voice is silent for a few seconds longer. The suspense is great. I'm sure it will just... Please, save my husband. Oh. You catch a glimpse of the goblin giving a worried expression. I know not who you are. I do not speak your tongue. The strings grant me these few words. They broke his soul into paper. He made a grave mistake, but his punishment is beyond cruel. They wanted him to see the end of the world, to lose everything. My love, my foolish, petty, wonderful husband. Can't I get you out of there? We will help, don't worry. My fate is written. The voice fades beyond the door. Lady, we'll get out of here. There. She really tugged at his heartstrings. Let's break him out, break the paper, speak his name, please. Save my arm. The pleading voices and stop. Lady? Hello? Nothing. Jeez, that was something else. I think I understand. A woman in distress. You need to help, there's no doubt. Yeah, let's look into this. Right, Edir? We have to... Behind you, the angel is shivering. A glittering dust falls from her halo as it spins erratically. Her voice enters your mind, stuttering. What? Is she crying? That is a travesty. Agreed. Her body shakes in the air. To speak through an iron door takes a heavy toll. If she has truly been there for millennia, then her soul is already withered. You must break the seal, cleric. We must save Iskarum. Look at the symbols. You lean, checking them closely. You do not know the script. However, it is most likely some type of seal, most likely in the snail false closed tongue. Rip the seals. As your fingers touch the paper, the symbol upon its surface lights up, just for a split second. Then, all at once, as your fingers drag through it, the paper crumbles into bright white ash. Nothing appears to happen with the door. Sun looks at the dissolving dust, then to you. I hope you know what you're doing. She will rest. She deserves it. A sprig of golden dust falls from her many, many eyes. Always, Snail, always. Sure, I believe you. Let us save him. Yes, I should go. Is it done? Okay. There was on the right side also some paper. Yo, Helios. How long? Oh, yeah, I missed your chat. How are you? How was the food? Check it out. Another snail door. You approach the iron door. On it, a paper carrying a symbol. Look closer. It looks like a flame. Heat radiating. Is it just me, or is that door a bit hot? The air almost shimmers. An elemental. The angel sends you a message. Your going companion takes a step away from it. Faint sound like a whisper in the tunnel. Mortal, huh? Make an audibly confused cleric sound. I wish for you to know my peril. I'm Golbatar, the one of the pearled flame. I have been trapped here for many years. As a top Efriti of the Chrismon scourge, I would go to heavens and hells to serve you, if you only destroy the seal which holds me here. What do you want? Silence. Then you will free me. The word explodes from the door. It washes over you. Not a question. Come on. How arrogant. Good food. And you? How was the only one father at home morning? Yeah, I was sleeping pretty late. Thankfully, since I was with the dog at 2 AM, she did wake me up. I could sleep a little longer, but I still woke up. I don't know. I cannot sleep over 8 AM. So I still woke up at 8 AM, even though I wanted, no, I could not sleep longer. I might go to sleep later, just for 30 minutes or something. So we might have a break. So I can I can push this game further if we're gonna do another till 2 AM. Yeah. What was the food? What was the food? What were you eating? I still need to do a break, lunch. So I will be doing that during the break or something. Why should I? Because I demand it. Entitled creature. The Ifriti composes itself. You must listen. I have power to grant you more than anything else of that mystical nature ever could. To be my friend? That could be negotiated. Not worth it. Break the seal, free me, then I shall grant you a great service. What happens if I break this? Freedom, power, I will grant you wishes. You'll be free? Yes, break the seal. The voice is desperate, too desperate. Something's wrong here. Press your ear against the door. The metal burns. You could have foreseen that. Careful. Okay, use the empty Ifriti bottle on the door since we have it. You pull out the colorful bottle. Empty, waiting. Huh? The door begins to shake. We're gonna have a djinn. The voice panics. You hold up the bottle's mouth towards the door. Push it forward. No, what are you doing? The seal shudders. But instead of freedom, no, curse you, no! The elemental is moved, ending up in the bottle. Screaming, raging, helpless. The bottle grows hot in your hands. Then quiet. The door is cold, empty. Right, so that's what that thing was. An even smaller prison. Brutal. The bottle weighs heavy. The seal is gone. The door is dead. Was it the right thing to do? Morality in the moral sense or in your judgment? That 6 a.m. must be routine now. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like 6 a.m. 15 past, actually. I am. Yeah, it's fine. Take a break and take a nap. I will be there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, not right now. I'm probably gonna need to do some strategy move here. Run strategy. Either one would be difficult to define. Better than letting it loose, I guess. You want it still? I'm okay. You hang out onto it at. He leans in towards the bottle and says, I want it on the record that I'm not involved with this kidnapping scheme. Muffled yelling from inside. Shake the bottle. Don't. Muffled screaming from inside. How horrifying. So I've got the genie in a bottle now? Into the listen, move on. I'm quite mad at you, but yes, you've got me. The bottle says in the teeny tiny voice. Alas, I will be stuck here for another decade, which is numerically better than another millennium. In a snail prison. Why decade? Whoever made this shitty bottle put in as a rule, most likely to make whoever seals a creature inside more likely to hide it in a trove of some sort. I'm gonna sit here for 10 years, then the next person to rob it's gonna get me as a great advisor and servant for a bit. Then I'm heading straight back to Ukul. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me up if you still own me next decade. The voice goes silent. Oh, it wasn't as bad as I assumed considering the flames. It appears you have received an even greater magic item now. Well handled. Now, can we leave? Alright, cool. She's like... but she has problems inside these caverns. Okay. Cool. Give some actions. Give some stats. What about this one? This is the last one. Engage. You approach an iron door. This one bears a symbol of shame, with a comical crude little devil drawing underneath. Intricate, precise, almost beautiful in its cruelty. I don't like this one, it's wrong. The air feels wrong. Oppressive, heavy. An infernal oppressive force, the angel tells you telepathically. Speak to the door. Hello? Kto tam? This is a mistake. This is Polish again. But there's supposed to be D. It's supposed to be T. K-T-O. What the hell? Dodam. What is it? What is Dodam? The voice is rough, military. They said like probably you spell it like K-T-O and then they just heard D instead of D. Amateurs. Amateurs. You don't understand the words. That's not common. Koneczne. Okay, this is not Polish. This is... No, it might be actually... Czech? Or Slovak? I don't know. Koneczne nekto. That might be... Yeah, that might be our southern neighbor. Which one? I don't know. I'm not like... But I think they have those. Dashes. And especially this is not a Polish word, absolutely. It is like similar, like koniecznie, so, but like, I don't know. Can you speak any Demonian, like human language? You hear Grant. Yeah, that's annoyance. Clear even through the language barrier. Yeah, that's totally... Samozrejmie tisíc leticia odmena? Rovidani z jedním adracis? Yeah, this is like, this is Czech or Slovak, I don't know. Wrace. As se notice wysi jazyk, ty bestia. You're beast, that's at the end. But the previous one, I don't know what does it say. And jazyk is probably like language, język. Is it Czech? Yeah, it's not Polish. Might be Czech. Or might be Slovak. The voice fades. He's giving up. There is devil inside here, cleric. While I'm unable to communicate myself through the gate, I can tell you that he is annoyed and would wish to speak with you properly. Perhaps comprehend languages would be helpful. Of course I have it. You cast the spell, word shields, meaning clarifies, then comprehensible words emerging from the chatter of a foreign tongue. Let the spell activate. Waiting so long, can you understand me now? Perfect clarity. Yes. Heavy exhale, relief. Good, good. Now listen. I'm a prisoner here, not by the tolling cattle, but by the mad wizard who roams this cursed palace. He, by some feat of my own idiocy, managed to trick me into this cursed cell. By now my soul has all but burned into the void inside, so please, rip the seal and kill me. I would owe you quite a great deal if you did. Mad wizard? A man of House Haginshags? He went mad years ago, taken by the beyond, surely by now. I came to these ruins via the undercoast here, also to avoid you humans above. Yet the trove he promised me was but a ruse. No offense, but I'm not one to ever put my hope in a human again. All offense, I can't say that, Babas. You humans never change, do you? Who are you? I am... He pauses. A soldier. He's hiding something. Okay, okay, that's a not easy peasy, yeah. Convince him to tell you more about this very rupturing backstory. Just go for the leverage. Leverage? Yeah. But smooth. Hey, so I want to make sure who you are before I let you out. If you're someone interesting, I might be more likely to rip the seal. The voice is silent for a while, until eventually lets out a groan. Fine, I can see you intrigued. I will tell you, but it is not as interesting as you could imagine. Oh. I'm Lesionas, a pike holder, is akin to a sergeant, in your terms. I was in Gorgorian's initial invasion. Initial invasion? Of yes. I fought throughout each of the invasions, or as you call it, the Gate War. And I never fell. Through hundreds of years of constant battle, I lived through his fall. His generals all have been ruined or destroyed over the millennia, if you believe the Blood City Council. However, I lived through it all, and now I'm here, stuck in this full then quite annoying iron gate, entirely due to my own fault. The mad wizard and the trove? Indeed. Since the Coast War ended, that messy brawl, I have been following rumors of various artifacts stolen by your human arcanists. Those artifacts were hidden, scattered, sometimes handed down to these free striders, sometimes buried in hidden troves. One such trove is rumored to be found in the ruins of the Tulin Cattle, where your city of Norvik now stands, so I snuck in from the earth to find my contact, this Haginshags. A mistake, of course, but my hubris caused me to underestimate the little man. That, along with some unluck on my part, caused me to get stuck here. For now, I would be happy to lose my physical body and be reborn in Blood Bay City. Plus, rip the seal. If we ever meet again, I promise, I'm in your debt, human. You just wanted me to kill you. Helping a devil is not always a bad idea, even if they are naturally evil. I don't see why not. He doesn't seem that worse than your average top rank on this part of the coast. You sure are talking a lot. I have been here for a long time, stranger. Indulge me. What do you want? Freedom. Simple, direct. Break the seal, let my spirit fly. I will return to Gorgarian's corpse, as I should have done years ago. Honest, at least. You wanna return to a corpse? Does it sound insane to you? A little? I see. I've decided what to do. Oh, will you kill me, human? His voice is calm, patient. A soldier waiting for orders. No, but I will break the spell. Chapu. Tak tu jesteś, chwili poczekam. Okay, this is like I have no idea. I mean, I'm guessing this is like tak. Yes, I'm here. I will wait a while. I don't know. Rip the seal. Rip the seal. You grab the paper. It tears easily, too easily. The seal shatters. No flame, no smoke. It's spirit. It rushes past you, into your mind. Don't let it in. Uh-oh. Shield your mind. Okay, made it. The spirit passes. You feel it brush against your soul, but it doesn't take a hold. Your will is too strong. Wonderful. Thank you, human. Then you hear a faint cackling laugh. A whisper fading into nothing. Wow. That's fucking ominous. Let it fade. The door now stands cold, empty. The devil is gone. I didn't just doom someone, didn't I? It is possible. The angel offers no comfort. Snell steps up and taps on you on the back. I wouldn't worry about that. Can we go now? Right, yeah, time to go. Okay, oops. Oh. Wait a second, there was something? Oh, why is it? A strange bottle. Okay. We're gonna do this with the hand. I don't want to get there. Virgani River droplets. What the hell is that? Grants a minor strength increase for a week. That's like by 1, right? Yeah. Why do we have like minus? Yeah, because of this freaking stupid helmet. Okay, let's go with this ancient helmet. I like it. The crystals are glowing. You approach the magic circle. Each of the 4 stones around it are glowing. This is the place. The gun looks around. Looks clear, I think. This arm is broken. The seal is unleashed. Was the light appropriately expand? What the hell? Snail! It's another snail. Yeah, I mean, that was supposed to be snail because you are here for millennia and there were snails only. It's a snail. Snail takes a few more steps back. Hello up there. Oh. You don't watch... Looking cute. You then watch as the snail folk of a bygone era slumps into the ground. Stare at it. You watch the creature shake and snivel. Its flabby skin moving about freely, its glistening surface reflecting the light. Look at the shell. It is covered in trinkets, books, vials, and all manner of esotericals. There is no doubt, this is a wizard of the highest degree. Look at the staff. It gives off a faint glow in the dark of the temple. A Gate era artifact. Holy shit, that stick would go for a fortune on the market. Could you imagine? Pristine staff of great power, left in stasis for millennia. What payday! Prepare to approach the strange snail. They shine. We can trifle? We can. It's for free? What the hell? We just stole it? Just like that? Yeah. Grasping it gives you chills. Okay, fun. Let's talk now. Yeah, it's always good to talk after stealing. The snail lifts his head. Look. Inte forsta no comprendo. Shake your hand and gesture towards your ears. Cat speech? Really? So this is what the tolling cattle look like. Yellow. The snail holds up his open hand. 4 fingers stretch out. But they have fingers! But yeah, they had to have fingers since all those things. Then he twists them with a snap. There we go. That should be better. I always keep the tongue prepared for this specific situation. Nothing as awkward as dealing with foreign dignitaries when you've run out of your slots. I'm Isk Urim, court puller of the Tulin Empire, master of the path, servant of your lord, researcher, and diplomat of peace. Level up! He lowers his soft head all the way to the ground. I'm Ragn. I'm the cleric. By your, do not worry, Mr. Rag Cleric. I'm not poisonous, nor do I hold any ill will. Beware, he's reading your mind. Apologies, I cannot help it. What? He actually answered us all the... That's cool! We had those 3 dialogues to choose from, and he answered all of them. He said, Mr. Rag Cleric, and like there was like, are you dangerous? Yeah. Cool. What? That's not the kind of phrasing I'd use, but yes. Apologies, I cannot help it. What? Cool. Then squints and stares at you both. Hold on, is this some kind of wizard thing? Green one, you do not appear to be as loud on the strings as your iron friend here. The snail leans upon his staff. I cannot help but hear everything you think, cleric. It was cleric, was it not? It is. And greetings, Tulin. Ah, celestial, grand. Your spirits sure to come. Do come in all shapes and sizes. What a fascinating meeting we have here. Now the snailman looks around, leaning on his staff. My mind seems to have slipped a bit. You couldn't care for some exposition? Be careful what you think. He'll hear it. He hears this right now. What's the last thing you remember? His eyes return close to the base as he mutters, oh no. I was on trial. For what? I doomed us all of the flames of Azud. It was entirely my fault. What did you do? I made a deal with the red one, he mutters to himself, trying to remember. It's difficult to read his body language for obvious reasons. However, you get the feeling as he recalls more, he grows more shaken. Azud, the great dragon of Tulim M, our band. I was the diplomat who enacted the plan of peace. We invited the dragon for an exchange of knowledge. Truth is, I was greedy. I wanted those strange draconic techniques. The power words. I was not alone. The power words is like with the... There was this book with dragons, based on dragons, and like I don't remember. Polish is Ziemię Morze, but Earthsea, something like that. The story of the dragon, and there was something like very similar. The power words thing. I was not alone in my hubris, nor did I set this plan in motion myself. But it was me who put it in motion. What happened? Please stop. That's fun. Now you can annoy someone with your mind. Sorry? The snailman looks pointedly around the room. Or at least you think he does. It's more of a gurgling sound. I am personally responsible for the deaths of approximately 50,000 to 100,000 of my kin. Okay. Stare at him. The distraction of Tulin Kat. Yes. That is what it was. As it went back on his word, he used his unorthodox magic to disrupt our many mages. Then he burned this entire city. The towers fell, the screams, the heat. So like the thing that ruined all the bases of Norvik, yes. The goblin also stares at the snailman. How did you survive? Oh, the same way the rest did. We were, as they say, lucky. We were not close enough to his anti-magic, and I could resist his stunning shriek. We fled downwards. As Azud climbed our city as his new throne, we fled even deeper. A few thousand of us, the ones who remained, we hid in. He taps his staff onto the tiles. This place is where we kept our fullest prisoners. I became a base in which we organized resistance. Although some were not so keen to work with someone like me, a traitor. How long were you down here? Month. It did not take long for a divide to build. What did you do here? Debate, mostly? One camp were for living entirely. Another wanted to turn to your for guidance. I ended up wanting to live with my wonderful Tut. Tut? Tut? He shakes his head. Sorry, no. The voice who won in the end, they sought a more permanent solution to the dragonfire. Through primal, pagan magic. I did not believe in that for a second. They imprisoned you for inviting the dragon? That? among other things. I was never the most liked snail on the coast, but they wanted an offering, someone to pin blame. He grows silent, his eyes shiver. The snail begins to think about things he does not want to think about. This poor snail, he knows what he must face now. Failure. I believe you've been imprisoned here for a very long time. How long? His eyes retract as he does not want answer to his question. When were you imprisoned? I'm assuming an era of dragons occurred after our reign. However, we rolled in the aftermath of the shutting of the gates. It had been 211 years since then, the year when our city burned. During the Fade era then, not very long after the gates had shut. That is exactly 1060 years ago. He grips his staff. You can hear it creak. Millennia? I was in stasis for millennia? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Good gods. His eyes shoot out, aiming around the room. He is alone. His entire folk type has been wiped from the map before humans even held their own kingdom. That's not true. There was like one top one. I'm alone. No, there's a big one snail. There's no one. Is there? There is a big one snail. He shakes his staff, and his stalk eyes wiggle around the air. A faint glow appears as he mutters a few words to himself. I see. Snails. Yes. But... scrying. Are you scrying? No. No. Is this what you made of yourselves? He stops casting the spell, his head falling towards the ground. You Rama, you fool. You led them into this primal state? Degenerative, frozen, monstrous beasts. Hail snails! Yeah, we've got those all over Kohnyu. Let's out the Malaf. They wanted to use the primal cold to break the dragon's fire. That bastard. He led them into pure de-evolution, that is. It is a nightmare. But by yours, Grace, tell me, how did you break the stasis I was in? Your angel companion steps in. Her last thought was of you, Iskurum. I think it. You cleric. Imagine it in your head. No, please. Think about your talk at the Iron Door. Good Irma. She was in an iron door? They threw her in an iron door for millennia? His eyes droop down towards the ground. I cannot believe it. My actions cost. I ruined my people. I brought flames. I divided them. Yet, in the end, I did not even pay for my crimes with my life. Instead, I pay by standing here, alone among the ashes. Hey, Kohnyu. And Tut, she endured the most torturous existence known to sentience. Her soul slowly withering inside of that hellish prison. Yet after all that, it ends. In the end, she... like Ether said, her last thoughts were only you. He lets out the grand, then painful howl. Then he roars a deep, bubbling scream, causing his glistening flesh to vibrate. Stare at the snail. When he stops, he takes his staff and slams it in the ground. I actually stole it. I reject this string. Yours word do not speak of humble nature. He broke off this word to make his own path. I will do exactly the same. The snail's going mad, fairy. Really? What are you talking about? He lets out a gust of wind. I can fix this. What? Yeah, what? Fix what? My dear Tut was destroyed by an iron prison that leaves her soul in pieces. Not quite dead, not quite in existence. But I'm Court Puller Isk-Ur. I wield strings like Yor himself. From this day on, I no longer seek power, nor achieve greatness, nor will I build empires. I will only perform one miracle. I will resurrect her. Then I will pay her back 1,000-fold for her unyielding love and devotion. Yes, the Celestial clenches her fists. Pay your debt, Tulin, to her, with everything I have. What kind of resurrection? True resurrection, not easy, especially when the strings are this weak and ebb. Surely? What? Can you tell me more about? Yes, anything you need. I'm in your debt as well, of course, he mutters to himself and leans on his staff. I now have a time limit, cleric. In 200 years, the fragments of my wife's soul will leave this plane forever, thus I can no longer resurrect her. And it will take time, but can be done. Anything can be done. is coping, but not in a terrible, destructive way. Fuck yeah. You need anything? Just let me know. Thank you, my green friend. That is very romantic, Esk. I wish you luck on your venture. Thank you, Celestial. It's funny. Last time I saw one of your kind was on the battlefield. I prefer this, as I do. Oh my gosh, so many questions. Do you have any spell scrolls I can have? Oh, only a dozen or so. They're deep in my shell. You're interested in? I can dig and get one for you. He retracts one of his arms into the shell. Ugh. Anything else? The snake stares at you for a few seconds. No, you seem to have thought of all I am able to hand you, except what? He shrugs while slowly retracting his entire head slowly. What are you doing? Soon the snail is no more and you are standing in front of a shell. That's convenient. Then, as slowly as he retracted, he begins to leave the shell. I went over the esoteric attunements from your mind, cleric. It appears the only spell scroll you do not actively think about here, that you also do not already have memorized, would be this. Hands you a spell scroll. By Yor and his disciples. What are you holding in your hands? Wish? I'm sorry, what? It's Gurum. That is a very dangerous item. That's not like the wish, is it? That is wish. However, you cannot memorize it at your current level of attunement. Attempting to cast it directly would also take, even at your level of talents, weeks, maybe months. But this is a wish. I could just wish for anything? Wish is one of the few non-epic tier spells that can widely shape reality. It is arguably the most powerful and versatile of all 9th level spells. We will never have 9th spell, like level. It's so powerful in fact that it can easily cripple anyone who does manage to cast it. The only true safe usage of Wish is to use its power to ask for the casting of another spell. 8th level or lower. Ah! You could also ask for a weaker effect which had been proven to be safe at times, but if you word your wish poorly and the effect is broader than you intended, then you are, as they say, screwed. So you're saying I could wish for anything? The same and lets out a blubbering sigh. I received that spell scroll from a djinn I fought alongside during the war. It was a reminder to stay humble. For those who use it for personal gain, use it as a shortcut to greatness, always end up in ashes. I did not always listen to such ideals, but when it comes to that spell, I have respect for it. One of my teachers, the great Eos, used its power to shatter the hearts and souls of 100 ice devils. In the process, her entire being turned into permanent esoteric power. I'm giving the spell scroll not to use, cleric, but as a reminder of your morality. I just not put away. Okay, I thank you for this. My morality is not where I end. I thank you for this. He makes a peculiar mouth movement. I grin. I like your fire. It burns bright. Anything else? Detect secrets? Of course. That one's very useful. What about the scroll of astral projections? You have particular taste. That is not a spell you're even able to cast, not without great unreliability. So is that a no? Of course not. Enjoy. He hands you a tingling paper with a casual nod, and the intense power rushing through your arm as you grab it. It will tear a hole into you. Grasp it with your life. Considering the state of the world, it would not have the intended effect even if you did know how to cast it. So it's useless to me anyhow. But I suggest studying it. How about the aura of vitality? That's an oldie. I never was too good at it myself, but it saved my life a number of times. I'm good. His name or not. What spell levels can you cast? 9th. By regular limits, I had the ability to wield a 10th spell at one point, although it was of course a weak 10th spell. I called it Esoteric Epic Traversal. It basically targeted a road, up to 100 miles of it, repairing any cracks, making the journey smooth and wonderful, and generally increasing your movement speed by up to double. Useful, not more than that. Not exactly epic. Useful, yes, as you can imagine. We kept to the more grounded magics for anything above 9th. Actual world-changing spells will simply get you popped out of existence. Popped out of existence? Yes, I name it esoteric events. They apparently began during the Gate War, but grew worse during my lifetime. Irresponsible usage of magic could easily cause them to appear. Some called it wild magic, some called it Eor's curse. Oh yeah, we have those all the time. Oh, do you now? I suppose the tongues spell translated it properly then. Can you teach me your 10th spell? No. I'm afraid those epic tier spells are not stuff you can share. At least I do not know how. What 9th level can you cast? Nothing currently. When I was cast in stasis, Gurama made sure to place an ebbing seal on me. That is a curse, essentially. Makes me unable to cast anything above, in this case, 1st level spells. So I'm currently not so powerful at all, but do not fret. It will fade in time, hopefully as the ley lines grow stronger all around this app. That's all I have to ask about wizards for now. I can see that. Do you know how to enter Pillar? Oh, you wish to enter a closed gate? That is bold. I need to follow to a rogue spellcaster inside. I suspected a rogue spellcaster. The snail stares at you. I heard nothing. But if you need to enter a closed gate, that is no small feat, of course. But it's possible, very much so. What lies beyond is not as so much a mystery as it is a question of shape. Tunnels, paths, cracks in the veil around yours realm. To enter is as simple as either having a key, a blessing, or forcing your way with a powerful spell. Gate, astral projection, wish, they can all break through, of course, with the current state of things. Here in your time, it is clear as such methods would be difficult. Very difficult. You require assistance from creatures who had studied or understand its current shape. Have any mind? He lowered his head. Toot was a genius on planar travel. She could have helped you. You made him sad again. That's sad. Alright, that Toot was your wife. You have made a great friend in me, cleric. That will be rewarded. You've already taken it, of course. He glares at you. A staff of strings. A staff? You hold it out, feeling the power surge through the rough wood. I call it Merivesh. You might call it a staff of Tulit Koth, as a remembrance of my fallen people. It will be returned to me once you are finished with all this. The crystal at the top lights up as he speaks. It is now attuned to you. If you wield it while dealing with this gate, it will grant you assistance, information, attunement, so on. Good. My dear wife's research can be found within its core. It will help you, I'm sure. Thank you, and Toot. As for who you should speak with, I have no idea. But unless you want to write a contract with some powerful devil or sever a far realm monster, you might not have too many good options. The only creature I knew beyond my people who understood the mechanics of the gate was the Gate Guardian herself, but she was ancient by the time I reached adulthood, so I would not count on her being around still. Gate Guardian? Are you talking about the Sphinx? Excuse me? All this, the Sphinx. She's still around? Yeah, so you know her? The snail leans back, still reeling over this information. You keep shocking this poor man. He's got an old friend in the city then. Good for him. I will have to visit. So she is still in the lair? It's a tavern now, called the Drunk Sphinx. It's a strange era you've built for yourself. I can't say I dislike it. In that case, I highly recommend you go speak with Alzis. Unless you've made a fool of yourself before her, she might be inclined to help getting you into the gate crack. Flashback to when you spoke with Alzis. Oh, I'm sure with Merivesh it will be fine. And if not, then maybe there is some other dark and oppressive magical creature who can pursue it. Like the aberration called Everglad that lives in these tunnels, I assume? Huh? He looks around. I should probably leave here soon, if things like that even have taken hold. Do you have any questions, about all the stuff you miss? A couple of thousands of them, yes. I will also, of course, dive into whatever libraries you have available for information soon enough. You do still have libraries, I hope. I've seen books all over the place. Interesting, so your people are very open-minded then? Sometimes. That pale man looks like an interesting spellcaster. We will see how they react. Is your people anti-snail? I suppose they haven't given the chance to be anti-snail. You'll be oddity, something to people gawk at. He knows and his eyes jut out. Interesting. I'm looking forward to navigating your society. And we have the Darrow Library. Oh, Grant, please do. Is that your local government, Darrow? Technically speaking. Yeah, I see. Also, I need to ask, what is this? South. South? Yes. South is south. Ah, this must be some common knowledge. Please elaborate. It's the direction, you know, downwards on the map. Interesting. Do you not use inwards and outwards with and against? What the? The security version is seaward and inland. Which one's forward in your case? With is when you move along the coast with the movement of the sun. Against is against the sun's movement. Ah, we use west for with and east for against. I see. Do you know the etymological origin of those words? I find your use of them quite fascinating, especially the fact my tongue spell does not localize them. Well, north is up, south is down, east is right, west is left. Interesting. Then you base your direction on the map is very different from our own way of navigation. Later, I will very much love to pour over your findings and document, especially those maps. So what do you want to ask? But I saw the bubbling noise. Timeline. I can see images of your current world in your mind. Your city, called Norvik. You live upon the ruins of my people's creation. Very interesting. But I'm interested in how you got there. You appear to be human, yes? I remember the dragons of the east bringing your people to the coast as servants. Slaves, rather. When did you break your chains? It was during the Fade era. Human brought alongside many others as the big ones fell. It was... I see. I'm both relieved and extremely happy to hear of their demise. You're welcome. But I must ask, whatever happened to Azut? His downfall must have been at the hands of some great warrior. Oh, I know that one. It's a children's story. Oh? The little and the large. Think about the tale. A gnome befriended the Mist Titan, Ascani, and together they defeated the great red dragon, Abacus the half-wit, and Kam Ymor, the greatest of friends. You're kidding. But that is very, very good. Very, very good. An ironic end for such a horrid beast. Defeated by friendship, he lets out a bubbling laugh. May his bones be cursed forever. Yeah, fuck that dragon bitch, little folk forever. Humans of all Dimnor broke free and built kingdoms. Hold on, let's see. The snail retracts his eyes and goes quiet for a while as he listens to your thoughts. Do go on. The Fade era after the Gate era instead lasted about 1,000 years. Ah, you are at the start of the new era then. What do you call it? The post-war era. Oh, the Arcane era brought with it a most full war then. I could only imagine myself. I too was born in a time after war, the Gate War, but my father saw the end of it in his youth. I will make sure to read about it more, but what caused this great war? Numinous, a cabal of hedonistic fire worshipper repeated the great arcane. An imp, he assassinated an elvish priestess and set the whole thing in motion. Yes, I can see that. I can similarly not in any way tell you the real reason behind the Great War. But since it's closer in the timeline, if I may ask, how did your Coast War ended? Ideology, no. Arcanis, no. Magic stopped being a spot and they tried to keep it a secret, but eventually they simply could not support their empires. Fascinating is understandable, I don't know. That there is no clear answer to such a complex conflict. As per usual, the victor will write the notes on history, however, so I will be sure to read with critical stock. Stock? Ah, I stock. And your people then, they fled to the Arcanis during the war? I seem to get that impression from the images I keep seeing. I hope you can see me naked. Try not to best imagine yourself naked. Nothing too personal so far, thank you. Some esoteric attuned people cannot help themselves. It's honestly quite dangerous at times. My old rival used to run into my laboratory and think very loud and dreamy things, the most heinous scenarios you could imagine. What an asshole. You're quite a afraid fellow, aren't you? One would be too personal, like me naked, or his eyes stuck glare at you in silence. Case in point. You keep mentioning Yor. What do you know about this guy? About Yor? Oh, just about everything. And nothing. An enigma of a wizard Yor is. First, I'd like to ask, what do you know about Yor? Mythical figure died in the Gate War. The snailman listens to your thoughts intensely. Then he asks, beasts of Yor? Is that what you call us? Yeah, it's a good term for your worshippers, I see. The recent Arcanist trouble humans cosmos have not helped the issue of your... That is true. The term Anticipalian appears good as draconic. Yes, before the closing. Very good. His eyes closed up slightly. In the old world, Temin Katu, we worshipped oppressive gods. Oppressive in the sense of absolute power. My forebears left willingly at the invitation of Yor to never again serve. So it's important to remember our love for Yor was not subjugation. Is it correct? It was a partnership in the purest sense of the word. So to be clear, I'm not an numinist. I have no religion. I do not worship Yor. My people were raised into self-idealization by Yor, given power, esoterical forces. When he fell after the Gate War and no longer was directly involved, well, we all held some hope he was alive, just hiding, or having gone into some other state of being to shut out the gods. Logically speaking, he has to be alive. That is my input on the discussion. Why? Because his realm still stands. I do not believe in a natural existence for this cause. I believe, although my evidence for this is faltering, the realm would collapse if Yor truly died. This place is held up by him, thus its existence is proof of his well-being. Not to mention the handful of messages we received, at least hint at something still existing out there. Unless you believe those messages were false, which they could be, I do not believe so. What do you know about Yomestra? Yomestra? Where did you hear that name? His eye stretches out towards you. You startled him by mentioning that name. A talking wall. Think about your amazing walls, Chansey? That was the name of it, yes. Recall your conversation with the literal wall. That is the name of Founding Shell, one of the first nails to be invited by Yor. One who created the foundations of Tulin Cattle, Chansey the Seer. Huh? Think but it was in the wall? Yes. It could be an apparition, an animating spirit in the shape of Chansey's mind, or the very structure of the city you have built your home on is filled with the spirits of my ancestors. How peculiar. His eyes slowly retract. I suppose I should tell you a story about Yor then. Please do. We're gonna go skip that. Oh no, we know about that. So I imagine it comes to a quiet shock to you there. Oh, wait a second. More. Besides from what we know of Yor, some is derived from early witnesses. Most, however, is recalled directly from his secret originally apprentices. Yor's apprentices hid in the shadows as to not become targets during the invasion. So imagine it come quite shock to you that, oh no, we know about those. What? They're not secret, not anymore. Huh? But there are 8 of them. Did you know that? Yes, it's common knowledge, one for each band. Right. Why did you ask then? Yomestra, she's one of the apprentices. Interesting. No, we don't know their names, or at least I don't. Just that there were 8 of them. Oh, in that case, let me tell you. Yomestra was the apprentice of Goodland. She was the first court puller of Tulin Cal, speaker of Yor. You knew this apprentice? She was my friend. I would travel from tower to tower whenever she visited the city. She was old, frail by the time I was born, yet she traveled like no other. I was taught prestidigitation by her. What the hell is that word? Her own personalized version. Though there's a digitation. I know. No doubt you would ask me to teach you, but that would be impossible. Only she could be a good enough teacher to spread such a complicated country. He lets out a pained groan. Her disappearance was the first great omen of our people. My wife, Toot, was even closer to her. We miss her dearly. So you spoke with someone who spoke directly to Yor? Yes, many times. She could never tell us much about her master, of course. However, it was clear he, too, was an interesting figure. A personality, if you will. Just like all the tales painted. Why would he send an apprentice? Why not talk to you himself? That is a good question. We never had an answer. Did you speak with others? I'm afraid not. Or perhaps lucky. What was she like? Kind, he knows. They used to call her neutral good apprentice. I tended to agree. Why did she disappear? This is a very good question. One day she was there, the other she was not. I was the last of our kind to meet with her. I found her acting peculiar, stressed. She asked me, "Ask, how much would you wager on a shell flip?" And waited for my answer. I told her I'd wager nothing important on such bad odds. A shell flip? It's when you toss a flat shell into the air to see which side it lands on. A 50-50 fair game. He shakes his head. Yeah, Mestra, she accepted my answer and then left. I'm still not sure how to interpret such a strange question. But that was it. She was gone. Soon after, just a few years, as it burned it all down. Fascinating. Simon lets out the blubbering sigh. Can you teach me magic? Teaching, what does ebb mean? His eyes dart around. You want the definition? Yes, please. His eyes jitter a bit. Oh. Ebb is defined as an effect of anti-magic. It is when the flow... I know. When the flow of magic is ebbed. Lower it sees. We're gonna continue because I'm gonna go for a break in a moment. And do a lunch, etc. It is a word I do not like for many reasons. For one, I was a tool. Wait a second. For one, it was a tool used by our enemies in the Gate War to sing your realm. They wished to quill his strings. Then, of course, it was the dragon, Azut. His betrayal began by the casting of a horrid and terrible effective spell. Power Word Ebb. A 9th level spell? Power Word Ebb puts a clamp on your string, a large area. I believe up to 1,000 feet becomes void of high tier magics, and low tier magic becomes unstable. Yet, it is no simple anti-magic field. It is not an era of suppression of magic. It is the literal editing of the strings themselves. It cuts off flow to the strings, flow from the past and future, a ripple of non-magic through time. I will be honest, I have no clue what the expected parameters of casting such a spell would be, nor what was the long-term effects are. So you're saying... But it does sound like your ear has been affected by some terrible ebbings, for your strings seem to be as if they were indeed clamped and clutched, as if struggling to breathe. So you're saying someone has cast a bunch of ebb spells? That is a lot of question. I will say possibly, probably, not really, and... Strings are drawn from one point to another in time, Clary. They go through time. This is of course only a theory of mine when it comes to esoteric effects, pockets, events, and so on, but what makes an esoteric ebb so powerful is the sheer time frame of it. The consequences can be unfelt for centuries. That is what makes yours esoteric magic so powerful and so dangerous. No sane being can calculate beyond the third dimension. Not at least beyond some abstract, impractical sense. We are not made for it. But that doesn't stop me from researching it, or at least until Azut did. Now he's getting sad again. What do you know about your strings? He holds out a hand and casts Prestidigitation. When Yor crafted the coast, he did not make it from scratch. Dazzling lights spawn out his palm, forming a collection of gleaming lights. He based his design on others. The landscape, the water, the wind, the biome, as well as the magic. In most other realms, from what our history teaches us, ley lines, as in the thing we channel magic from, is usually formed as a web, a network, a waving, a series of nodes, connected. This design was fundamental and solid. It connected so many material realms to the outer ones, as in they were not just one. The solid world of mortals on one side, the worlds with all the angels and demons, and non-mortals to the others. A magic web interconnecting them. Most Anticipalians will tell you the same thing. The world of mortals and non-mortals were separated beyond Yor's realm. Right, before the gates we were separated, he notes. Yor did something different. He created the strings, instead of having a series of nodes with connections between them. His ley lines were simply just nodes. They contain a sort of esoteric vector, intensity, delta, rush, tone. Some call it colors, various difficult to parse parameters. Instead of being interconnected, they simply bump into one another. Physically, that is how they interact, to put in a simple metaphor. However, Yor did something ingenious here. He took the design of those interconnected webs and repurposed them, not to connect to one another, but to connect with themselves. Over time itself, connected from the past through the present to the future, a straight line, a chord, a string. Remember, he's reading your mind. Every option you think of you will be presented to him all at once. What difference does it make? Why did you make the string in such a way? Do you think the Arcanis... Is there magic capable of flowing backwards through time? No, I did click for... Oh my god, misclick. Okay, that's a lot to take in all at once. This mind reading makes conversation highly inefficient and boring. I will take your question one by one, if that's okay. Starting off, compared to the original web design, which I don't care about on the surface level. No, however, this change making the non-current string changes how the magic flow. Now, does happen. Now, I want to only care. To answer your second question, I do not know how you're... No. As to your third question, yes, it sounds as... No, I don't care. Fine. Fourth question, this is the one I wanted to click. Chronomancy is a topic many wizards dream of as they should study. I must disappoint you, there are no ways beyond divination. Those little peaks behind the curtain to tamper with time. As the strings move forward, your watches as I'll go along them. That is one of the messages we received from him all those years ago. This is a cute snail alchemist, yes, and a lot to say. He's watching, this is our chance. One chance to make our choices, so make them well. How do I learn high tier magic? Time and effort, cleric. See, like I just have one question. Thank you, that was informative. Very. No problem, I'm to lecture, so apologies if I'm ranting too much. Okay, yes, you are. You're a wizard, blah blah blah. I don't care. No, I'm not going to say I'm a wizard because I'm not. What are you voting? The what? We have our first ever election soon. You should vote. Voting? Hold on. Do you select your leaders for election? We're starting to do it now, yeah. Fascinating. Is this an elective system for landowners or mages, or everyone gets to vote, pretty much at least? You just need to live here. Ah, you've shocked him. I did not expect something like that. Such a liberal paradise. Well, I'm not one to judge these futuristic ideas. I must investigate. Tell me more, what do you vote for? Kings, governments? Parties, with different ideologies on how to run the city of Norvik. Parties, how glib. There's the nationalists. They want to rule the city in the memory and spirit of the old King Earth. That is amazing. He lets out a blubbering noise, laugher. Listening to all that, I would say, I would actually vote for the Arcanists. Seems like they would be the most esoterical attuned party, which fits my ideals. However, in my experience, a group of wizards working together tends to end up being quite a mess. But my heart still leans in that direction. I'll have to go see for myself when it is time for the election. He lets out more bubbling noises. The snail's laughing at democracy. Rude. He has a fair reason to laugh at it. It will most likely be a mass process. His eyes beyond. You knowingly. What will you do? I will build a base, a laboratory, somewhere in the city of yours, built upon our ruins. Any tips on who should I talk? There's done, really. Oh yeah, I see. Yes, this will help a lot, thank you, cleric. Once I've established a foothold in this new era, I will return to my research, figure out how strings have changed over the millennia. Relearn my mastery, of course, collect the resources needed. Then, of course, he looks upwards. I will bind her fragments to this material world. I will return her to flesh. Bring life into her once again, my dear sweet Tut Irma. Will be given her life once more. Then if she will have me. Life, peace, true fair peace. Wish me luck, good luck. He knows. I'll see you around. Oh my gosh! This guy. Doesn't give me... maybe constitution? No. Okay, let's go strength. We're going to be brute, more brute. Okay, we have new spells here. Aura Vitality. Or maybe no. Turn Undead. Shield Inflict. Good apple. Bless. Where's my... This is the only one? Or vitality that we got from him? Yeah. Detect secrets. No, this is also one thing. If there is a trap, hidden cache, or secret door that you are not aware within the range, you create a trans... Okay, whatever. Okay. Wizard, this is an ancient snail from another time, an interesting fellow, incredible knowledge, but help with a culture of the beasts of the earth, complete barbarians, fascinating. You must in any case study this creature. Wait. What is this sound? Ah, I'm going through the spells? Oh, something is broken, guys. Ah, it's fixed here. I still don't have a speak with the dead. Oh, what are you doing here? Ah, almost. She is focused on her work, but she does not seek strife. She will help you. If you do not what? If you do not pose a threat, her knowledge goes deep, far beyond the city. Learn from her and her loneliness. Speak with the plants. I actually have it. So I toss it over your shoulder. Okay. Why, hello there, cleric. Approach the elf as she tips her cap in your general direction. I receive word of your precarious living. Hello again, elf. You watch her face contort into that too wide, slightly unrevealing smile. She's happy to see you. The roots whisper of the man in iron, how he broke the winter's block, the dreaded Gurgalash. Of course, most of this was spreaded by Kokolornomomonoroso after you saved him from the esoteric priest. Mushroom's man's name quietly rolls over her tongue. Highly impressive use of the fungal's primitive pronunciation. Yes, I'm a hero. She leads on her staff and tilts her cap to the side. So what will you do now, cleric? I had some good info from that three-star fellow that Gurgalash had imprisoned. Honestly, I think I need to do something really esoteric. Oh, I will need to enter the... Just toward the pillar of your... Oh! Her eyes light up. You speak of... She mutters and glues her gaze onto the pillar rising up into the mist. I know of primal spirits who journey through the gates. Even those fought long ago closed. Though... chat, no. You know how to travel to the other side? No, that is not something for the likes of my powers. Opitadjani, my teacher, Hierophant, Opidana. She is one of few creatures upon the undercoast who knows the secret of the leftover gates, but that pillar is not such nuke, nor is the forgotten. It is simply very, very shy. There are other gates then? So many, but they will not help you if you are looking for something inside there, the elf murmurs. I only know two who might help you, two whose influence I've heard whispers of. Kelpiemis primissitonisans, then Tortodidus Sphinxi. Sphinxi? Yes. Also, the Sphinx of the titular trunk Sphinx. I'm not a usual customer, however, if you have not gained her ear yet, then she could be one to help you inside the pillar, potentially. Calpia? Yeah, the Lich. Yeah, Viskin. I do not hold contempt for him, despite his nature. Varjumieli can be found in Everstasis in many forms, left as tutors, guardians, or watchers by the elves of stars. Elves. Viskin is similar, it seems, for now. He holds much knowledge about the pillar in particular. If you dare, you should speak with him. Is there anyone else? Yes. Her smile fades into frown as she looks through the mist of the west. Ah, the big guy. Since you survived the trip into the room of pipes, I'm assuming you've already met with the master of whisper, the one who hears the pipe. Everglad? She nods her cap. I do not recommend it. Beyond the powers of Sphinx and Viscan, a deal with the aberration would surely allow you to enter the pillar, but the price would be steep. Yes, listen to your aberration friend. It would know well. I will never deal with such abomination. That would be wise. Your smile returns. You will make a good choice, I believe. And I wish you luck on your esoteric journey. The elf understands the seriousness of your quest. She supports you. This might be one of your few truly good elves around. Just tell me the riddle of the Sphinx. Have you met Edir? No, but I have heard of her. The mushroom lady lifts her cap slightly as to get a better view of a floating celestial. A golden veteran serving human interests. You must have quite the story. She replies with a telepathic message. An elf serving goblin interests. She lets out a hearty but still sort of creepy laugh. Yes, my situation is a story as well, isn't it? I won't pry, that is not my intention. But I wish you luck, my angel friend. She lowers her cap and looks back to you. You're collecting quite a little warband, aren't you? It's called the Party. Party of Adventures. Sounds fun. She nods and smiles. What's up with these little pinecone guys? Those are Menikainen, what the humans call Vatar. Primal spirits. They live everywhere. I think they specifically wanted to come out to greet you. After riding the area of that full winter's blog, she smiles. They're happy. The primal magic proved useful. Good. I'm still surprised by your affinity for the primal cleric. You could make a good druid if you stripped a bit. Nude? She knows, yes. Even that point at your hand. Yes, cleric. I do not know of any druid of any circles who carry man-made iron upon their flesh. Not today. Not since the Great Split some 200 years ago. I think I'll keep my armor. Thank you very much. You do, cleric. She smiles. I'm more genuine this time. Not so lecherous anymore. I say we need all kinds of people to keep balance, including you, no matter what you wear or what your title is. The elf leans in, grabbing your shoulder for a moment. The spirits are watching you, Rag. Along the strings, wisps. Little ignorant flames, some of them primal, some not. She turns to look out into the mist. They root for you, for Snell too, and for her, Mrs. Celestial. Thanks. He's standing very far away, isn't he? That's good to hear, Steam. Your angel companion simply nods her head. How are you, by the way? I got that stuff from Lord Pooh. Ah, Raka's Puni. How lovely. I hope you got along. Yeah, I thought I got to ask, like really, what is your relationship with the tree? Fine, I'll admit it. I might be stringing him along a bit. Oh, yes, nothing I'm too proud of. But some trees of the more virile variety tend to enjoy attention. Not the butcher's kind, mind you. The kind of attention given by the heart. But if a 10-minute conversation a month gives an old tree his jitters, then who am I to deny him? That's cute, I think. Something like that, perhaps, yes. She gives you a wide grin. Okay. A gesture towards now. You're still... Yes, cleric. You hear this sneer in his words, despite him standing a fair bit away. The elf chuckles. Cute. Well, I should be going now. Same here, cleric. I have to stop on by our friend, Kokoloro no Mono Monoroso. Her lips move so fast, it looks like she's having a seizure. It's like this. You could probably match that speed though. A wonderful dialect. Say hi to Kokoloro from me. Starts to you with wide eyes. He gives a little golf clap. A peep over in sport you've never played. I will, cleric, promise. You watch her waddle off in very unique walking style. Traps might be my least favorite thing about this gig. All the mushrooms. That's probably second line. Time to go. No reason to cast the spell. I still don't have an idea where we can use speak with the plants. Doesn't work anywhere. Yeah, go for Can we go through that? Hey, you can walk here. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, but there was nothing. No, good, back. This is second time that you found, like, we found a hidden path that doesn't lead to anything, but there's some comment about that. Okay, let's talk with... where's... yeah, of course, she disappeared. Let's talk with a witch. I don't know if I have what she wanted. Yeah. The hack leans over the... can you make me a wand? Yeah, have you gotten my link berries? Yeah! Oh, the haggling looks them over, her face crunched. These are fresh, she sniffs them. Real fresh. Where did you buy them? I plugged them below. You actually went all the way down to the ridge? Highly impressive. Oh yeah, we have the ant, we need to go back. Tosses the berries into the cauldron, momentarily causing a green piece of sludge to fly up, and then down again. Then Lisa walks over to her oven, tucking a small piece of firewood, a twig, from its creaking hatch. Creak and crack. Wood wakes to feel. The haggling dips the tip of the twig. Murmur, shimmer, hearts unseal. She drops it in entirely, the liquid lightening up into a blinding flash. Touch it once, touch it twice, it knows what you conceal. What? Oh. She really made a wand. It's rabbit. An intense, esoteric aura. Wand of empathy. There we go. Goosebumps. You can already feel how it grants you insight. This is exactly what you need. Time to make people smile. Lisa gives you one of her biggest cackles yet. One of my best yet. Only minor one, of course, but considering I pulled that out of my ass, you should be very happy with these results. Okay, you're improvising? Always, after a certain number of years of trying, I realized things move way more smoothly if you just make it up on the spot. The client is usually just as, if no more, happy with it, also when I don't do it by the books. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome, etc, etc. Now go enjoy your little toy cleric, unless you want to become a hag or something. I could become a hag? Nah, that was a joke. Even if you didn't have so much pennies. No grown person has ever become a hag. A good stable hag at least. So much pennies. This is discrimination. Sure, could I become the Earthguard cleric then? No. I believe in gender equality. I believe in gender equality. As you slowly fall to your knees. No, never. Good, then let's keep them separate. I won't steal your job, I promise. She takes an iron ladle from the oven era and starts to stir the pot. Now, if there's anything else, there is nothing. Okay, thank you, bye. Show me that. So many items. Scroll of astral projection. You obviously can't use it though. Intelligence minus. Scroll of wish. Charisma plus 4. That's a lot. Can we, do we have, like, it was selling us some... I cannot buy that. Okay, anyway, let's go with the end and let's put it in the place. Still have something new? No, I have no idea. Yeah, we just took something. Okay, here. Maybe here is gonna be okay. Maybe we need to go down. Yo! Gun crawls in your hand. This is it. You can drop me off right here. What you're voting? Election? I've heard about that. Except you get to think... yeah, whatever. What do you know about T-Shop? Yeah, it's good. The ant might have picked up something interesting about the explosion. Explosion! Okay, doesn't know. Of course. A human in yellow clothing went past their roots. That's Miriadic, right? Oh, that's the guy over the pillar? Yeah, that's the guy. Drop of the ant. Thanks, buddy. The tiny ant jumps off your glove and starts sprinting off. Just like that, huh? The ant stops and turns around. You did well. Didn't expect much, to be honest. But I can feel the hive nearby. We're already stronger. I or we? We are unsure. And an image flashes through your skull. The sudden visual burn in, leaving a mark. Here, it's underneath that thing you found me on. Just check under the crack. You'll get some goodies we hid before they drove us out. A crack in the statue, that exact place where you found this tiny creature. So a special little gift from us to you, buddy. Sweet. I guess this is it. I've enjoyed. We have enjoyed. Go to your hive. You've been away for too long. If you have a time off, feel free to visit. Ha! That's not something we have, really, but sure. You see him wave. We'll be one, once again. I'm guessing you're done? A good ant. Okay, so ant is done. Do we have a quest for ant here? I don't see it. But maybe. Let's go. Yeah, let's go here. I still don't have a spell of... How is it? Like, I can't find a spell for... Where is this guy with the with the dead? It's gonna be inside the pillar? Is that the one? Haven't been here for... No. But let's go here. No, there's nothing. But we found your friend. We were just talking with one of your friends, by the way. Can we finally be friends? I defeated a troll. A troll? The hairy woman gives you a wicked smile. I see you were lying, but I don't think you're up for that. This will surely help. He did actually kill a troll, technically speaking. It was just... Silence! She interrupts him. She nods in your direction. Well done, human. I find your skills highly arousing. I made them myself. The bugbear scoffs and clenches her morning star. Now, what else do you wish to speak of? I would not indulge your ego any more than this, assure you. Oh man, yep, halfway there, boy. Glory be as glory found. The greatest man will not be bound to foreign lands and foreign shores. The loving heart will open doors. This is a shame. It's all such a shame. I found the man in yellow, the one who charmed you. Did? The bugbear lifts her chin and looks down on you. Is he in the city below still? No, I found him captured by a troll. Oh, that is good. He deserves pain. Well, speaking of which, I punched him in the face. You did? She clears her throat, but it sounds more like a surprised girl. You did? I did. Avenge your honor. This imposing fluffy monster looks you up and down with a smirk. I must have misjudged you, human. Maybe you're a real man, after all. Yes! Careful now, real smooth. Invite her to fight thugs in housing. That should work. We can make her companion? As a real man. Perhaps you'd like to go on a date sometime then? Perhaps you'd like to go sometime dinner? Come with me. We can find tax in housing or something. Would be great to have another companion. No. No! But he gives you a note and green. A sparring match in the garden. After the election, of course. I'm on duty until then. A physical meeting with the handsome woman. This is a massive win for you and your manhood. I've earned something more. She's got something more. A deep frown appears on her face. You dare throw my offer away? Demand more. Come on, you feel your muscles quake. The earth itself is moved by your loins. Oh gods. Simply speak your mind. You know she will hear you. I battle a troll for you. Show me some appreciation. What is going on? Her frown fades, replaced by a wicked smile. Then she grabs your uniform, pulling you closer. Much, much closer. Uh-oh. Oh god. She opens her maul. Right over the little piece of space left between your neck and your chainmail. And then she bites down. Okay. Touched. Hard. Hard enough to leave a solid mark. A violent union. Then she lets go, both with her maw and her claws. Appreciation. Hope you enjoy. This is what you get when you chase crazy. This is a real woman. Yes, thanks you. That was very nice. Thanks. You can let me know when you have time later for our sparring match. Get a date. Okay. Now, is there anything else you need to puny human male? No. That was very weird. Okay. Where did we find that rat? And here? No, this is not here. It was in the Earth Chapel, I think. This is still not. No, there's nothing we can do here. Unless we can talk with, for some reason, with plants, but there are no plants here. Exactly. Okay. We're gonna talk with Lage, but I'm still hesitant to actually ask him for help, so... I should have... Still resist. God damn you. Okay, let's go here. There was the ant. Dips in your roast. Blah 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 blah. No. So where did it say that ant said that? Like, ugh. Wait a second. There is a powerful spellcaster named Bondevol hiding down in the crypts. You must find him. What crypts? Where are the crypts? God damn it. Solve caverns, under coast path, roots. Yeah, this guy. We need to find that guy. God damn it. Caretaker. No, we cannot take it. I need to make a photo of my... My dog, I don't know, something's wrong with the dog. Sleeping half inside the bed, half outside. I was actually wondering how do I get here. How far down? There's nothing here, right? Any long? Oh, a stone coffin. This is crypt of classical dwarven design used for eerie old folk tombs. The lid is sealed tight, almost built into the wall itself. Ornate carving cover the surface. Symbols of death. Standard crypt. Examine the coffer. You run your hand along the stone. Cold, smooth. Something about this feels off. Look closer. Your eyes trace the symbols carefully. Death, rebirth, the cycle. Typical dwarven work. A few words of poetry, nothing interesting. It is beautiful. It says Gudar, Gara, Folgar, Ingen, blah. Along with many other proverbs, each one personalized for the fallen. These coffins might have been closed dwarven warriors of Earth, until the graves were exhumed, of course. Examine the handle. It is integrated perfectly. Okay, pull the handle. It is firm, you cannot move. Rotate it, grip, carve, and twist. A soft click echoes from within the wall. Something has unlocked. Now pull the handle. The handle resists for a moment, then gives away. Yes, we're gonna find this guy! Finally! Do we? I hope we do. Revealing an narrow staircase ascending in darkness. Cold air rushes up. Ancient sail. Oh boy, even deeper, huh? Damn. You scared? I'm not feeble-minded, if that's what you're asking. So yeah, I'm scared. He seals himself and grips his sling. Let's go into the dark. Nice, 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 nice. So where was that? We're still freaking the first stairs? I was trying to get here actually last time, but I couldn't find it. Anyway, let's go. Okay. There's no the guy, no. A wooden coffin, it's rotting. Is that the... Okay. Pickpocket. Yes. Success. Okay, emerald. We have emerald. Is that we also have feeling this is one called some esoteric potential. Yeah, great. Okay, let's start with that. Stepping into the hidden tomb, you see a colorful display of twinkling light through the gloomy and dusty air. An eerie altar placed on top, a skull and several colorful gems. Valuable too. Like extremely valuable, but probably horrendously cursed, sadly. The skull is a sign of death. Don't touch anything. Whatever esoteric effect is in place here, do not disturb it. Just look around. The shrine is quiet, the colorful gems cover its altar as well as the eye socket of the central skull. To think this sacrilegious and quite frankly ominous corner would be stashed away in such a holy place. This is Earth's original crypt. For God's sake, is there no depth of depravity these cultists and undeath enthusiasts can stoop to? Yeah, hello, this can send me here. Is there anyone here? This is Bondoval! I was for a moment I was thinking this is not the guy. The fuck are you shouting for? As if lifted by some invisible force, the bejeweled skull rises from the altar, its gleaming eyes twinkling in delight, its jaw chattering. The noise causes you to recoil. No way. An unending wave of dread falls upon your essence. An esoteric force is entering your mind. Earth, protect me. Protect you! The goblin tries to grab you, but he freezes and grows. What the hell? He falls to his knees. You barely stand. I can't move. The dread is overbearing. The skull's jaws stop chattering. As the noise disappears, you feel in control once more. Slightly. You wake me up for some frittling bullshit? You a trifler, huh? It clicks its teeth together. I'm the cleric. Try not to puke. Cleric, eh? A cleric of a dead god. Holy hells, this thing's terrible. Just being close to it ruins your posture. The body cannot sustain this, and death. The skull lets out howling laughter as it shudders above the air. I'm Necrolord Bondavol. Punch the skull. Necrolord? This is the title of old Diminor. You've been unfortunate enough to encounter here a remnant of the Arcanist. Left to decay in this mad form, a demi-lich. A horrifying creature, a lich, fallen into a state of insanity and decay, rooting into nothing but a skull. Is in many ways the dangerous variant for its madness, is unpredictable as it is dangerous. Punch the skull! I do want to. Damn it. You wind up your fist, then you attempt to lock eyes with the gems and try to send your shaking arms forward. Come on, come on. Oops. Well. Huh? You attempt to strike at me? The skull lets out a mocking laughter as you recover from your mistake. I like you. What? Such good stuff. You remind me of my old lieutenant. That boy always swung at his superiors. I raised him 12 times over the course of the war. Stop laughing, I'm trying to kill you, you undead monster. He laughs some more. Kill? Bit late for that, you whelp. If you keep this up, you might be worth enough to be raised as a servant one day. You also laugh, slowly spinning in the air. Viskin, let me know all about your little situation. Oh, he did? The demi-lich clicks once. You're not very necromantically entangled, are you? Is that a bad thing? Of course it is. Every spellcaster should aim towards the necromantic. It's just natural. You see, I'm not just some horny wizard. The skull drops down and flips around on the table. I'm a goddamn mage! You hear the goblin roaring. This lich is surprisingly not a threat. For whatever reason, his intentions are far more sinister. He intends to teach you something. Trained in the arts by hugging them, legends sent to fight on behalf of the greatest empire in the history of yours, Arspint. Necrolord is not just some title, it's a calling, a dream of undead supremacy. One day it will be reached. You're the lucky one here, for I will help guide you to a string atonement, a necromantic atonement. You do that for me? Of course, I owe it to Viskin for one. And for second, I just love spreading the joy of death magic, as any sane man would. This skull is not sane, nor a man. Agreed. This skull is not going to kill you, but you do not have the strength to vanquish a demi-lich like this, so later do it later. I will tune with necromancy. He liked your punch. So what are exactly? Ah, you never asked, did ya? I'm a terrifying lich, of course. He does not consider himself decayed. A sign of madness, got it. You have to be pretty stupid not to. It's a lich like. So we actually removed this after asking questions. So good. Decrease the difficulty. How did you end up like this? Like what? It's cool. He goes silent for a few seconds. Clearly a rarity once you get him talking. I don't know what you're talking about. The demi-lich is probably a denial about the whole being a school thing. A lich? Ah, that. Long story. I've been around since the 300s. Divine era? No, I'm not that old. Arcane era? Of course, what else? The skull pauses its rotating and focuses on you. I'll talk your skin off, cleric. He really loves to talk. Any questions you ask, he will answer. Where did you grow up? In a small village called Ebb. We had barbarian invasions from the Vorgen border every year to protect them. I raised our dead from the village crypt. Those were some bloody battles, I'll tell you. Took 1,000 heads before the message got in the their thick giant skulls. Who taught you necromancy? A ghost, actually. Haunted the ruin outside my father's farmstead. Let me to my first spellbook, told me how to pull strings and fast-track my spell slot accumulation. Her name was Julia Prax, a wonderful crazy harlot. Where is she now? The school that was a spin. She was captured by high-ranking exorcist after I built my first squadron. Last I heard, she was part of some free strider trade prince's personal collection. Kept her in a bottle. Like she's a genie or something. I would have gone with a fancy box myself, or an urn. What is your greatest accomplishment? Oh, it's a bit embarrassing, but it has nothing to do with necromancy. Back in the war, I was to receive a commendation in 1000. Big event, big deal. Well, that evening during the reception, I managed to seduce and charm a beautiful young lady. Turns out she was the daughter of a Hagendim Arcanist. Can you imagine? So obviously I married her straight away. My father-in-law made sure I got promoted to hell and back over the next decade. Got me deep into the Arcanist circle. Until the accident, of course. What's your greatest necromancy accomplishment then? Oh, easy. I did the animation of Dracolic. A dragon who goes through the act of achieving lichdom. Oh. A Dracolic, yes. Dracolish, right? Each million Ravat, a child Vezut. Not one you read about in history books, but she had spirit a dragon. I wasn't a regular in the dragon cultist community, but my expertise as a lich led them to hiring me. I would have done it for free, honestly. You let so sinister child. In the end, we succeeded. That was my greatest accomplishment, cleric. Creating one of the most fearsome creatures to ever walk the coast. What happened to the dragon? I obviously won't divulge the secret of Draco Lichdom, but rest assured that each million went through hell to achieve her new form. It was a tragedy what those genie Templars did to her and her army. Otherwise, she could have easily ruled a city or two by now. Genie Templars? Some crazy warriors out of Kargamash. Was a big thing 100 years ago. I'm fond of dragons, you know? Mortals look up to us. Gods look down on us. Dragons treat us as equals. At least, the wise ones. You married up, that's your greatest accomplishment? Arcanist politics is won in the bedroom, not on the battlefield. Don't worry, there was true love between Akali and I. She was a great scrap of the era, the glorious woman. We didn't divorce until after a century of lichdom. Do you understand how rare that is? That was love, it was. How morbidly romantic. That is strangely impressive, yes. Could you imagine 100 years of a marriage? Horrific. Last I heard, she was heading a mercantile faction in Feltire. Clexy's non-existent tongue. Gods be damned. I miss that lady. Her body, yes, but her mind. Strangely idealistic for an Arcanist lich. Tell me more about accident of yours. This lich is talking a long night long, it seems. It's really not worth talking too much about. After myself and my dear wife have both achieved lichdom, I made some misplays in the politicking. Stepped on the wrong foot, so to speak. Got my entire splinter house exiled from the Hagendim coalition. One thing led to another, yada yada. I end up in Ascani. The lord of the fortress invited me to stay for a while. Did some freelancing, you know, newly divorced, that shit. That? Once Earth arrived, I ended up working with some of his paladins. Never met the fellow, but I like the cut of his jib. I know you mean okay. The lord of the fortress? Daru. The fortress of Verdun? No, that's not Darun. You know the esoteric Shadow Miles White Castle? That sounds like a crazy dragon. Sure is. The lord reached out, was looking for necromancers to add some new tricks. Who is this lord? No clue, but he paid well and let me research the crazy stuff going on there. Still have no idea what the fortress actually is. My professional guess would be that it's an esoteric pocket gone wild. Like a slice of pure negative energy that's landed right in Ascani, and it can't escape its bubble. Just one of many weird wonders of the coast. The Fortress of Verdun is a popular dungeoning location. Lots of treasure. Many great beasts to encounter and vanquish. You should go there someday. You have any kids? A dozen or so. Well, really? My wife, Akalia, ex-wife, was a prominent member of the MRS, Magocrat Reproduction Society. What's the hell? What? They were at the forefront of women-first magics. You know, the kind of stuff that makes the whole childbirthing and all-rearing business into a cakewalk. I never got along with those hacks, but they did let me have two sons, so that's something. Are you implying that sons are better than daughters? Not really, there's an argument to be made that they're much less of hassle. But the MRS hacks definitely had an agenda, you know? More girls, more members. I'm not crazy. Good job, brother. Thank you. Akalia did most of the work, of course, but my contribution should not be forgotten. What happened to your kids? I think some of them survived the fall. My blood wasn't prominent enough to be lineage persecuted among the freestriders. At the same time, it's not likely like they received any inheritance. Logically, I should have some great grandchildren scattered about the Minori. Oh, sorry, what's it called now? Ritz? Stupid name, if you ask me. They should have called it Steedery or something that would have been on brand. Cool, that gives me a better picture of your life. Enjoy your view. Tell me about Visken. Lovely bastard. I gave him a serious case of testicular torsion once. Can't believe he ever forgave me. Pure evil. Vanquish this foe now. The school lets out maniacal love. Testicular torsion. What? Just off nowhere, just as a joke, try to imagine sneaking up behind someone doing that weird. What? What is this? Oh my god. Okay, I didn't know. What the fuck? Why would you ever do that? Not like he didn't deserve it. He had a little war going on, okay? I had just left my position at the Fortress of Verdun. It was 30-ish years, I believe, right when your elf folk had begun growing quite bold upriver Tona, so I decided to sneak into your city. That's when I saw him. An old opponent, Visken. I immediately remember his ugly mug and his rotten soul and engineering. Just how old is Visken then? No clue, maybe 100 or 2. Either way, I decided to kill him and take his place among the mortals of Narvik. A couple of magic duels and assassination attempts later, and we are at a stalemate. Although I'd consider it more as me just getting tired of hunting him down all the time. Him and his goons. Our battles came to an end though, when the local vampire started messing with us both, threatened to expose us, so we joined up. Team up of the century, or the decade at least. You two fought a vampire together? Was an epic duel of the shadowy fates. The school bounces around. Together, however, the vampire was easily eliminated. In the aftermath, we decided to work together. Visken even helped me to get this sweet alcove for myself. We share research from time to time and work together to figure out this mystery of... he stops. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about something else. Did you turn into school in the battle with the vampire? A school? Huh? He masks. He makes a motion that could be interpreted as shrug. I'm a bit bunny, but at school? Don't be preposterous. The demi-lich is clearly unaware of his own situation. He's either deluded or there is some esoteric effect placed upon his memories. A memory-altering spell by Visken, perhaps? Who was the vampire? Thomas Darrow was his name, a nobleman, which made it much more dangerous. He's saying a Darrow was a vampire? Slander, surely, hopefully. We cut him down without anyone suspecting anything. Maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but who cares? The mysterious death of Thomas Darrow was written about quite extensively in the magazines about 15 years ago, back when you were a kid. Thomas Darrow, so that's what happened to the lost uncle of the Darrow house? What's about the research? Nothing, that's nothing. He says nothing more. Alright, I have some other questions. Ask Fury Critic. Know anything about the tea shop thing? Nah. Nothing about any tea shop. I get updates sometimes, but I do not know. Fun that it exploded though. Yes, very fun. I love it when the tea shop explodes. Right? Fun! I was probably a rogue wizard or some kind of magic item mishap. Whenever a necklace of fireballs was smuggled from the floating cities down to the peasants, it always find a way to blow itself up in the most spectacular ways. Hilarious! Why didn't the floating cities blow up? Anti-magic defenses and great architecture. Sometimes misoccurred, of course, but it was surprisingly rare and, yeah, Not every day a village exploded in a fireball. Those necklaces were valuable. But sometimes someone smuggled one away from the front lines or of a factory floor. I was never too into evocation magic for that reason. Too easy. What are you voting for election? It goes against my ideological beliefs to vote. Democracy doesn't work. Never has. Never will. I completely agree. You've seen signs too then. People are just too stupid, on average, statistically. Magocracy or technocracy might work. Hells, even oligarchic has its uses. Just look at the free riders. But real democracy is foolish. It might help launch these others more powerful forms of governance into speed. But real, permanent democracy? A shit show. Just you wait. What form of governance do you prefer? Magocracy, of course. Dominance by those with godly arcane powers brings intense fortune to the world. Agree. No. What about the Coast War? Survival of the fittest. Insanity. Only reason I didn't have Magocratic winner on top afterwards was because of yours enumerating Ebbings. Terrible annoying. Ebbings? What? Of course. You haven't heard of it? The Esoteric Ebb. Speaking of the lack of powerful magic in our world. The lack of magic. I can talk about political theory all day, but if Ebbing had not occurred, the Arcanists would still rule the coast. There is no argument to be had about. It was tragedy. Still think no, the gods would have stricken you down from your thrones in the end, you know it. The school has a surprisingly hard wrath. I'll be voting for nationalists, by the way, who will be blessed. You clerics and your divine interventions. He shakes his skull. There is a deep question here. This demi-lich holds much knowledge despite his mad nature. Ask him, what is Ebb truly? So much if this is magical fading could have caused Earth's end. It is not considered very acceptable to inquire such things. But it is a fair question. I have to ask, what do you think the Ebb really is? A demi-lich swirls around the air before landing down on the altar. I say the same thing most rational Arcanists said, back when it was first discovered. Yer is alive. He is hunting us, taking away what he gave with his string. As a joke or a punishment or a gift, who knows. Personally, I am furious at him. If he intends still here. If he is indeed still here watching us. That's something. The skull slowly flows up into the air, waiting for another question. Could you help me enter the pillar of jar? Nah. Another planet from is overrated. Go ask Viscount. That bastard keeps poking at yours relic. He's into that shit. I will attune in with necromancy. Yes, you made it. Think. This demi-lich believes himself to be your teacher here. He might be insane, but there is still knowledge to be had, if you can decipher it. Tell me as best as you can, the school of necromancy. Strings are strings. They are equal but different. You must have seen them a lot, since you have them running through your flesh in the masses. I do. He continues. A string of necromancy becomes that. When it intersects with negative energy, thus it begins to look like flesh too, for example. I have surely as many strings going through my existence as you do, except mine are necromantic. Yours are. The skull shakes a bit. Many others. How do you deal with strings usually? When I attune with strings, I twist them. So that is how you cast your granite spells then. Necromancy is special because of that negative energy. Twisting a necromancy string would hurt, naturally, if you're anything but not alive. A living necromancy learns to either manage the pain through mutilation, religious fervor, physical numbness, or they learn to cut the strings. Cut? Everyone uses different terminology. You might even heard it called wheeling the string or mastering it. It's a step every spellcaster must go through to reach their higher tier magic. They must learn to manipulate the string shape. The shape of string? Yes, but it doesn't have a shape. It's just a dot. The skull laughs mockingly. Why do you think they call it a string then, dumbass? It measures changes over time. You might have grabbed and twisted your string in the moment, but cutting a string means grabbing it independently from all its other parts in the past. And in the future, don't just twist it, separate it from itself. Of course, they talk about mastering strings. It all makes sense now. The string goes through time. Manipulating more closely will require it to be twisted only in the now, without the other baggage. Stick out your hand. Yes! Locate string near bond of alone, a pair string. Yes! Twist it. Oh shit. Open your eyes. That hurt. What? You twisted the string into a cure wounds, you idiot. Put like a... What do you say, motherfucker? Cure wounds? Cure wounds, first level. I failed? A school laughs intensely. There was some voice acting. You did great, cleric. Or should I say, necromancer. That was a cure wounds, for sure, but a necromantic cure wound. Instead of a cure wounds cast through CC abjuration or hardcore flesh melding transmutation, you now managed to simply remove the negative energy to reach the same conclusion. Healing. Although yes, it did hurt like a hell, all hell, since negative energy obviously is kind of my thing here, as a glorious leech. Also, I mastered necromancy? An overstatement perhaps, but you should be able to cast the one spell you're looking for at least. Speak with death! That's what I'm talking about. That's great. It's obviously be extremely useful for the case, obviously. The school notes. You want a spell scroll? That'd be useful, yes. The school widens its jaw, then it coughs a tiny spell scroll into the altar. That's disgusting. Wes, you had the scroll inside of yourself. No, I didn't. It was in my pocket, clearly. What are you, stupid? Take it, dumpster. He's not aware of his demi-lich form. How sad. Fascinating, more like. Just let him live his life. More like, unlive it. Rabbit. Did you just instantly memorize the scroll after it flew out of the school's mouth? Degenerate. You've earned it, my evil apprentice. As long as you use it for selfless goals, there is no evil in such magic, probably. Glorious, another tier of magic unlock. Even if it's just a third spell, this will surely lead to greater things in the future. If you have any other question, go ahead. Speak with the dead. That's 5 questions, right? Yes, indeed. Plus, the spell doesn't allow the spirit to learn anything new. It just literally animates the smile of the creature. It's an extraction tool, not a way to learn information. So if a person is being targeted by Speak with Dead and then resurrects, that person will not remember the questions or answers it gives? Not one bit. Except, of course, yes, there have been recorded instances of it happening. Rare, very rare. But only for creatures entangled so heavily in the strings of Yar that their spirit itself grows dangerous, so to speak. If the spirit lives entirely within the strings, then it theoretically could listen in one on the Speak with That conversation. But that's entirely based on conjecture, along with some instances I've encountered during my necromantic studies. Nothing to base a worldview on, wouldn't you say? Interesting. Indeed. Good job on this. I can see you have an extreme talent for handling strings beyond what I've seen in many youngsters. Would love to watch you burn out on battlefield among hacks and legionnaires. The school lets out crazed laughter while spinning around in the air. Anything else you want? I'm going now, goodbye. Okay, we have it, and we're gonna do a break, guys. Go. Speak with that. That's a multiple. We're gonna play. I'm gonna now stop the stream because that's gonna be a longer break. I'm gonna go with the dog. I'm gonna make a lunch. I'm gonna eat the lunch, and I'm gonna see you, I hope, in an hour or so. So see you then. Bye bye. No outro. See you later. Yes.